You mean thought you were trying to drown me? I know you were trying to drown me.
I had a hold of your collar. You were in no real danger.
I was trying to kill things, and once again, you lot denied me my chance to kill things by killing them first. Never even got to chop them up.
But we got a bunch of cool loot off of them.
I've edited the adventure card extension so that you actually can read the text of the cards. Because at the moment they're bugged. If you double click, it crashes it, doesn't it? You can't close them.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. So I've done it so the text is all. The text when you mouse over it is nice and big and clear, and you don't need a Superman's eyes to read it.
Depends on your screen, Rez. I personally can read it on mine, but maybe the stream can't.
I don't know. Well, some people. I mean, I can read it okay most of the time, but most of my players are moaning they can't read it.
Well, it depends if they're on Macs and stuff. They'll have really, really high res.
I've got it on a 4K monitor and I can read it okay. Now, at the moment, I can read it okay. Come 8 o'clock at night, I might not be able to.
I would argue if you made the text bigger for the thingy, then Parlay, for example, you won't be able to read it all.
No, I've done all that. Edited the box so it's bigger as well.
Ah, yeah, it makes sense. The box doesn't need to be that small.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh no, that text is overhanging, and I started fighting about it until I found out which frame needed what. And yeah,
I think we won't send it over. Well, I can probably hack it into the. We can probably hack it in and make it official. Yeah.
Well, I'll send it to you, and you can make it official because it makes sense to have it bigger, anyway.
It does, yeah. Apparently, if you double click on the adventure cards at the moment, you can't close them again or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you basically got to quit the game. So don't double click your adventure cards. I've actually edited the text of mine, so it doesn't say double click to use full image as well.
Don't use adventure cards. We're missing Doc, aren't we? I've just realised.
He said he's leaving early, but maybe you left so early.
Maybe he left so early he's not making it. Right, okay, we'll drop the Doc as well. Okay, so there we go. So you interrogated the fellow, and I've just noticed something. Not that I'd be too concerned in any way, shape, or form, but that cactus there's shadows in a different direction to all the others.
You're just trying to wind us up now, aren't you?
Because obviously the shadows were separate when I drew them in, and I obviously didn't notice the rotation. There's something suspicious about that cacti.
Go kill that cactus.
Ah, look! There's 2 more over there.
Well, if we use that cactus, we can triangulate exactly where the sun is, and it's pretty close.
Watch the shadows. What is that? It's one of them Doctor Who's, isn't it? The one in the library, isn't it?
I can't remember.
The Doctor Who with David Tennant when he's in the library with them shadow things.
I have to be honest. My placement of shadows was well dodgy. Look at the pole. Look at the patch over there.
Yeah, well, you should just use LOS for the shadows.
No, not for plants. It goes really. If there was an option, you almost need an option where you could set the length of shadows, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Because if you could set a length of shadows for something, that'd be really cool. Because then it would have some shadow behind it, but it goes off to infinity because it's meant to block. It's blocking line of sight. It's not being a shadow. If that makes sense.
Yeah. But there is an option to just make it into a shadow and not.
There is a shadow caster, isn't there? I need to have a play around with that one.
It doesn't matter anyway. With that, the maps ain't that important.
No. To be honest, the biggest problem is when you start trying to do 3 dimensions and stuff with line of sights, because it just doesn't work. But that's by the by. Anyway, we're supposed to be playing Deadlands Lost Colony, and we're talking about shadows on the dodgy map I drew.
Yeah, because the shadows are dodgy. That's why we're worried about them. Dodgy shadows.
So, yes. So I believe you fought off the eunuchs, and you. They mentioned something about the old ways, and Linda using her academic knowledge of the history of Earth found disturbing similarities to events that happened on Earth back in the tail end of the 19th century, where followers of the old ways enacted something that's still in effect to this day. There's basically the Sioux Nations in America. They to this very day they do not have any. No technology works there. No technology at all.
Now, we've already killed the guy, haven't we?
Well, when you mean we, you meant him and he.
Well, I wasn't going to point fingers, but yes.
I'm
Yeah,
afraid so.
we killed all of his mates, so you got your questions out of him.
Well, but I wanted to yeah, never mind.
You
Don't kill
should
all
have
of them
said
next
something
time.
before I cut his head off.
Well, I mean, you reacted a little fast there, dude.
You keep depriving me of blood, I'm going to have to take it out on whatever's next.
Don't take it out on Roger. He's our pilot.
True. I'm just checking stuff in the background. Yes, I mean, I mentioned there could have been some very useful information you possibly could have asked him. Or not, who knows?
Anyone got commune with the dead?
Don't believe any of you do know.
Right, where were we going after when we were camping for the night and we were heading somewhere? We might as well just carry on heading, mightn't we?
I think you were heading to the nearest settlement, weren't you?
Yeah, to try and find out what the what's going on.
But
we did find out. We found out they're doing the ritual for this hell on earth thing that happened back.
We found out they've done the ritual.
Yeah,
and every day the area moves out further, and the Nooks. These Nooks are basically looking for hope. The whole plan is eventually the whole continent will be bathed in the old ways, and all technology will fail, and then Banshee will return to the embrace of the Nooks will return into the embrace of the Banshees, because humans cannot survive without technology. It's basically their plan. These lot believe the great storm was caused by Banshee trying to rid the planet of humans. They're just helping her along.
Yeah, and I've got a plan about that too, man. I've just got all kinds of plans here. It's all going to work out. Trust me. Trust me.
Let's get moving. Does Morgana Fontaine need help getting out from them rocks?
Well, I'm fine.
She's just hiding up there because she needed to drown someone.
I didn't nearly drown him. I woke him up. I had a hold of his collar. He was perfectly safe.
As long as he woke up.
As long as he woke up, indeed. I'm sure he did wake up there. Right. Okay. Well, yeah, so you camp down and spend the night, which we can potentially simulate here by going. Oh, no, it's dawn. Yeah, they attacked. It was a dawn attack. I forgot.
Yeah, it was morning, yeah.
Yes, it was a dawn attack. So, yeah.
That's why we had to deal with the snorers.
Yes, you did have to deal with the snorers. I remember now. Sorry.
And we had to wake Roger up, and he's still whining about it.
I still have water in my ear, okay? I can barely hear out of my left side.
Just tip your head and pound on the other side.
I've been doing that. That's part of the reason.
I'll bang him on the right side of the head, make the water come out of his ear.
You can hit him upside the head and see if that helps him any.
Yeah.
Well, as I say, it's going to be another lovely hot day in the New Sahara area of Banshee. It's a particularly hot day, in fact. So let's have some nice vigor rolls to see if any of you suffer ill effects from the heat. Feeling particularly heat.
Weird.
Oof.
Linda's a fragile off-worlder.
Oh, I'm sure modern day archaeology is all about staying under tents most of the time. Deckard's disappeared, hasn't he?
Well, at least it's not a crit fail again.
Indeed, that's really old. Okay, so as it stands, basically, Deckard and Linda are feeling a little fatigued at the moment from the hot sun as it beats down upon you. And although you're trying to keep trying to keep yourselves hydrated and everything, you you obviously refilled and purified the water you got at the oasis.
And didn't we grab some of the thermal blankets from the aircraft that we explored, and we were using them to like burnoose or whatever to help
Good
shield us?
point. Sorry. I'll give you. I tell you what, you're most correct. That gives you a +1 modifier, which means none of you are affected by the heat of the sun, because Linda's and Deckard's 3s become 4s because you're using those reflective sheets to keep the sun off you as you were travelling. In that case, it's just after the middle of the day when someone potentially sees something. Can I have notice checks, please?
Too busy scratching something.
Got dust in your eyes.
So did
That was it.
Morgana.
Dust in your eyes. All you
Why
have
did
is
you,
dust in your eyes.
It's because we're
Why did-
banshee lovers. We're too busy admiring the scenery.
because I passed it, but then it did a defense thing, and that's what failed, and it shouldn't have done that.
Someone's got themselves targeted then.
Well, it shouldn't have. And how come I'm showing shaken? Take that off me.
He's
That's
playing.
because you're showing shaken because you critically failed, didn't you? I'd love to.
Yeah,
Who's targeted you?
but that was an error, so I should have passed. Fine.
I don't know what's
Yeah, he
going
did
on
pass, but
there.
he done the test. That's what happened. The automatic test thing kicks in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know
I'm
why. No one's targeting anyone. Okay. Not to worry. Okay. I can't remember if there's water there now. Yes, there is. Basically, yeah. Up, not too far away. You can make out what appears to be a homestead with water.
A homestead with water.
Ah! I just did something very funky. There we go. I just accidentally broke FantasyGrounds window sizing, but it's fixed now. Nothing to worry about.
Well, we're checking on the homesteaders anyway, so we could probably stop there and make sure everything's okay there, and see if they've noticed anything weird. And
Okay. As you approach the ranch, you can see a all-terrain vehicle appears to be parked out just to the side of the building you're next to. I can't remember which building's which. I can't, that's
I
the
remember
barn,
what
that's the
the
stock.
thing
Okay.
was, is it was draining all the energy out of everything.
Indeed.
Well, it was doing something, yeah.
Do we see any signs of any persons?
It is eerily quiet. Obviously, the ever, I forgot the sound effects again. The ever incessant banshee rings that's unlocked tokens. The ever incessant banshee winds are blowing and obviously powering the windmill here along.
Yeah, I think Roger and Morgana are both going to go check the battery or whatever on this.
Well, I was just thinking, let's not turn it on until we're ready to go, in case it's
Well,
like
I got a toolkit here, and it's got a handy little gadget in it that I can check the charge without having to turn it
if
on.
it's still working.
Okay, so
I can see a
as you get
mass
bit
of bodies
closer-
over there.
I was worried about that. Don't worry about that. I was wondering what that encounter was. Oh. Stupid line of sight extension. Actually, you should be able to see that.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
thing.
'cause-
That's the thing that lets you see them if they're not on the combat track.
Yeah, no. It's because I hadn't turned on the line of sight blockers. That's okay. Don't
I
worry
didn't see it. I wiped it from my mind.
about Okay, so what you have? So I'm just going to move. So obviously you're checking the vehicle out. So what you have here is you obviously have the house. You have some water. You have the basically a storage shed, and you have what appears to be a barn. Right. I only do that to stop him and he being annoying, whizzing around the place. And yeah.
Is that annoying enough? I was going to look at the lake. I was going to look at the lake. That's what I was going to do.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'm just putting the line of sights on because I've just realised I forgot to turn them on. Well, you
Linda
saw them. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, Linda checks the ATV to see if it has any power of any sort, any indications of power or electricity.
That's what
none whatsoever.
Roger had come over here to check out.
Oh, okay.
A tester in her toolkit that will test the charge without having to turn the damn thing on. But because the windmill is operated by wind and not by artificial means, that's going to continue to function.
Okay.
Well,
Why
that's
can we
to turn?
I'm not sure if that's true, actually. I think everything stops working, doesn't it?
Why can Linda see inside the buildings, even though she's never been inside the building? Like it's a fog. It's very dim, but I can.
Because
see
he turned
the,
off.
wall.
Because he forgot to turn line of sight on.
Oh, there we go.
let's just do that to get your visibility back. There we go. So from your perspective, I can't find the door. I can't actually find the door to the house.
There's a window to the house.
I can find the window to the house, but I can't find the door to the house. Okay, so that window, that window there is actually going to have to be is
Oh, is this the door around the back? No, it's a window.
Hang on. I've done something.
Yeah, there's an overhang on the back that might indicate a porch where the door is.
Oh, this could be a door here. There's like a hole in the.
Yes, that's it. Sorry, the door's missing. It's a hole in the wall. Right.
We're on a hex map, aren't we?
There's one of these that's showing.
Yes, we are.
We are. Yes, you are.
How do you move diagonally down?
You move with the mouse.
Oh,
Drag that token around with your mouse.
There you go. Make life easier.
Oh, it's right.
I don't know why it was a hex map. I don't know why it was a hex map. You know, it should have been a grid map.
Physics works again. Thank you.
I suppose on a hex map you'd have to use your numpad keys, wouldn't you?
I don't know. Let's try it out.
I'm going to come over here and look through the window to see if I can see anything without.
Okay, yes, you should be able to. I do believe there's a mass of bodies in that room.
Oh. I tell them, guys, something bad happened here, guys.
Are the bodies moving?
No, not at all.
Okay, there's a bunch of dead bodies in here.
Then I'm going to smash out the window and climb through the window.
Okie dokie.
There's a bunch of bodies in that room, Linda Carmichael, that you're running
You're
around.
not even going to bother with the door, huh?
Oh, that one? I thought it was the other one.
No, because if there's any of those bodies that are just injured, then getting to them quick might help, and I'm going to make sure.
Wow, I'm moving pretty far this turn.
Right, I'm gonna try and pull Morgana Fontaine out that window she just jumped through.
No, too late. I'm already poking around the bodies, seeing if any of them are alive or making noise or anything.
Oh look, you got that far, then you hit the edge of the map and stopped.
Oh. Okay.
Let's just get you to there. There we go.
Thank you.
Hibity, can I have a notice check from you, please? Has anyone got danger sense? I can never remember these things.
Danger sense. That's not a good sign. Okay. Are we in for an infection? What's about to happen?
A pile of bodies isn't enough to warn us that there might be danger here, right?
Well, it's not enough to warn at least one of us who breaks
Well, I'm
windows.
just trying to make sure that if any of them might be alive.
Hibity, that's absolutely fine. Basically, as Morgana opens the window and starts, basically, he's climbing through to get in there to reach the bodies. You see some of them starting to twitch.
I'm going to try and
they're
grab
alive.
her and pull her out the door.
Roger, you're a bit further away up at the grain store. It looks like this place is basically, as you can see there. There doesn't appear to be any food left in this food store. There's the odd. There seems to be some crops left, but it looks like the whole place is being emptied. Possibly possibly an
that's
upgrade
ridiculous.
or something. But someone's obviously basically stolen everything out of that storeroom.
Right. Basically, I'm looking to
That's
see if
so
it was
cynical.
emptied or if it was looted. Basically, how fast did they operate in getting all this stuff out of here?
Make a survival roll.
Hello?
Sorry, I was explaining things. Okay, night. Okay, you find evidence of lots of there's quite a few. There's basically lots of footsteps everywhere, and obviously you can't make out if they're much more than it looks like. Lots of trips, and then it looks like in addition more looks like somebody's headed southwards. It seems to and you can see lots of basically it looks like a large number of individuals using animals carted off the contents of that barn. In the meantime, you can hear Himini shouting. Morgana, as you clamber through the window, Himini shouts at you.
Yeah, I kind of tend to ignore him.
Okay.
So we don't have a vehicle to escape on. We're no
I'm-
faster
I-
than zombies.
If he saw bodies twitching, did I see any of the twitching? Because that might indicate there's one of those bodies in there still alive, which is her main point, is to see if any of them.
Indeed. Or if you want a slightly more disturbing view, as someone's pointed out on YouTube, maybe there's a swarm of rats underneath the bodies eating them.
Well, that's there's Morgana.
Make a notice check.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay. As you get closer, it appears to be there appears to be. I've forgotten how many bodies I said there were here.
I think you said 2.
Don't make a pile.
Which is course is being a +1. Okay. Hang on. How many heads are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. There's 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heads. Yeah. They seem to be the bodies do appear to be well, you suspect it's probably the rancher's family, but there do appear to be a couple of other bodies on there as well, possibly workers. At least 6 bodies there. You can see 66 heads. There's a couple of them appear to have turned towards you, and all of them have started going at you. Linda.
Back to hell up and almost fall out the damn window. Get away, Himini. There's something moving in there.
Linda.
That's what I just said.
Be a smartass.
Linda's going to take a peek in the closest window where she can see. I guess I can't move her. Is there a window right there? Or is there a window that I saw in my rounds? Because it doesn't seem like there's another window on that wall.
If I turn that off, that might help.
I just don't.
There is another window on that wall now.
There is
Although
not.
you did walk around the building. You know there's a window. You know there's windows on the east side of the property and windows on the south side of the property.
Okay, well, I'm gonna. Oh, there's isn't enough. Actually, I can move here and then move away, right?
Yeah,
I can move there, then do something, and then move away.
you most certainly can.
Hey, Morgana, can you duck? Can she get out of the way of a blast, or can I blast beside her?
You'll have to be selective because she's clambering through the window at the moment.
I'm
Okay.
kind of falling backwards out of the window.
I'm gonna do a blast on these bodies while they're in the room. Which is sorry, I'm
Blast
finding
of
my
what?
power. Blast of Havoc, I think is good.
Havoc. Okay.
I think that's the one. And I'm gonna do two. That's the one where they hit the wall and then they get damaged.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just want to clarify
Yeah.
this. In a zone where all technology isn't working, you're going to send out your little robots to stop this thing.
Hmm.
Be
Well,
my guest, go for it.
Linda didn't think of it that way. She forgot. I guess she's probably smarter than I am, but she forgot this time. PowerPoints. So I'm gonna do selective. So that's +1. Don't need range, glow, shroud, fatigue. I'm gonna do strong just in case it works. So 4 PowerPoint.
Yeah, at the risk of being pedantic, yeah, you don't have 4 PowerPoints.
Oh, guess what? Why won't I? Oh, I guess I'll spend. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do.
Yes, okay, yeah, you got 4. You got 4 PowerPoints.
You get 5 PowerPoints per Benny. Is that what happens?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what happens. Okay, so
Okay,
you do the strong one. So strength roll at -2. You're dropping a
selective.
Selective. Yeah.
Selective and strong.
Yeah, we're just checking. So range is that, and it's you pass a medium blast template. Yes, yeah, medium blast template. It doesn't say you can affect the size of it. So yeah, you'll drop a medium blast temp. Well, the real question is where do you want to put the medium blast template? Because that does decide which direction the creatures are pushed in.
Oh, I thought I was just doing it direct south. Let's try and do the template thing. There's drawing. Drawing would be template. No. Template. There we go. Medium draw cone. Oh no, medium. Small medium burst. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Draw medium
yes.
burst?
Medium burst template. Yeah. Medium burst template.
Oh, I can do that without doing selective, can't I? I can move that to there, can't I?
Okay, yeah. Now this is why it's important, you see, because you put that there, which then means the center of the medium burst
right.
there, which then means you're now going to blow them.
Oh, well, maybe I'll just put it here, and then I can avoid this.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point. That's the thing about that one. They are blown from the center outwards, if that makes sense. So placement really does matter sometimes where you put it, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'm not going to do. Yeah, I'm not going to do the selective. So that gives me another point back.
That gives you a point back.
And then I'll do it. So roll for it.
Okay, roll for it.
Oh, that looks good. There's hope. Oh, not that much hope though.
You didn't get the raise. That's okay. That would have been -4 if you'd got the raise on that, but not to worry. -2 because you made it strong. Unfortunately, it's not affected. It just stands in the middle of it. It stands in the middle of it. Your nanobots fly outwards and they create that effect that they do that pushes everything away. And seemingly unaffected in any way, shape, or form by the anti-technology field, and then basically the blast of wind that ruffles Morgana's hair, she comes out the way, just seems to totally unfaze the mass of bodies. Himini, you're up.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Well, I tried.
which one? Oh, crud! Which one's my mic? Hang on, sorry.
So bodies gets to go. Not good.
Also, that stops crouching. Okay, so your attacks.
Oh, you Martha.
Okay, you throw your ranged attack, and it just sort of slunks into the writhing mass of bodies, and
I should have hit the table a bit better. That 10 would have stayed on the 10. I just knocked it in the wrong spot.
yeah. Okay,
Now I'm gonna I'm gonna step back a bit
I'm gonna open.
and
that, sorry,
advise Linda Morgana to step back as well.
Okay. Okay. The mass of bodies certainly shouldn't have that. So, basically, as a couple, hang on, one, they're facing the wrong way. Let's turn them round. One, some of the arms reach out and try and grab at you, Morgana. They hit. This might hurt. Oh, you were lucky. You were very lucky. It just shakes you. Was incredibly lucky. You get the distinct impression they were trying to pull you back towards them. Deckard.
They're gonna eat you. Do they look like a fat bastard out of Austin Powers?
No, it looks like a bunch of. It looks like a bunch of. Well, they're all the bodies are all human, and they appear to be probably the rancher's family, which is mother, father, a couple of teenage sons, and workers. Okay, Deckard also sends out his nanobots through the anti-technology field, hitting them. However, they don't seem to do much at all to the mass of bodies.
I think this is where we need to do support roles to each other, isn't it?
However, Deckard went a Benny and shook the mass of bodies. That's fine, sorry. And then now on the new round, Deckard gets to go first with the Joker, with the mass of bodies shaken as those nanobots start tearing holes into the flesh of the mass of bodies, and multiple mouths sort of cry out, going, "Ugh!" type thing.
Can you do that noise again,
You
please?
I will when I get to eat one of you. Okay, the second transmuted bolt flies out. Those nanobots totally, seemingly unaffected, unlike all the other technology. And my word, that's an awful lot of damage. Okay, well, I'm going to have to spend a penny to try and soak that. I soak 2 wounds. So basically, the nanobots tear away large amounts of flesh from the creature, but it carries on advancing towards Morgana, seemingly unaffected. Unshaking.
It's not shaking anymore.
It claws at Morgana, trying to claw her body back into the mass of undead corpses. But fortunately, Morgana is
Tougher than she looks.
tougher than she looks.
Well, no, it's large and she's normal, so it's a -2, isn't it? Yeah, so that helps.
I'm just intrigued to know why.
Because it's very large.
Only 1 wound. It's undead, only ignores 1 wound modifier, which is fine. Morgana, however, is basically very shook up and is stuck half in out of the window. Unable to...
I'm removing the shaken. And I'm going to grab my machete and I'm going to slash at him with my machete before I move.
You slash at the massive bodies with your machete. Unfortunately, although you do slash into them, it doesn't seem to cause much damage to them at all.
Can I duck down below the level of the window? Because I was already halfway out it.
Oh yeah, you can certainly get through the window, no problem at all.
Oh, bloody hell.
Linda's up.
Linda's gonna whip out her machine gun.
Ooh.
And what?
I said, ooh.
Oh,
That's a brave. That's a
and
brave thing.
do the machine guns work too, or are those not working now? I don't remember. Well, anyhow, that's what she's gonna do. And then can she? Oh, is the window wide enough that I can shoot the massive bodies?
Yes, it's a double set of windows unnoticed.
Yeah, now I see it. I didn't see that before. So she's gonna wail on the bodies. I'm not sure. I actually don't think she has any ammo in it, even though. Yeah, she doesn't, but she doesn't realize that. So here we go. So she can't hit anything. So her gun's not working. And I guess I should do a smarts roll to know. Well, I literally don't know whether it wouldn't work or doesn't work, but she's not necessarily going to think of the ammo, right?
I understand.
So should I do a smarts?
Please do, yeah.
Roll or?
Yeah, please do a smarts roll. I like that very much. Yep. So basically, as you take aim with your action, and you open fire, and nothing happens, and you suddenly realise you forgot to reload it.
Okay. So
you're up.
She's gonna load her gun. Is that next turn?
Yeah. I gave you a Betty for doing some brilliant role. I gave you a Betty for role playing.
Oh, thank you.
It was brilliant bit of role playing there, so I gave you a Betty as because you role played brilliantly the fact that you forgot to reload your gun, and therefore, it's a perfect reason to award you a Benny for not actually getting to do anything because you were role playing well.
Role playing nothing.
Yeah.
Role playing doing nothing.
How many ATACs have you got?
That's my last one now. I'm gonna Benny that damage, see if I can actually hurt it.
All 6 heads look at you, all 6 heads look at you as you throw the axe and go, "Oh!"
You cut out,
Yes,
but we get the idea.
Yep, that didn't work.
Got to give them credit for staying the course and playing the oops. Yes, indeed, you have to. Sorry, everyone's agreeing with me. Roger, you're up.
Okay, I think I've heard some screaming and hollering going on over here, so let's go ahead and run in that general direction.
Okay.
And we'll get to there and see what we can see. Oh, that's a big ugly.
Oh, you can see it. You can just see it through the window, can't you?
Just barely, yeah, just barely.
Okay.
I've got a Choctaw, but that's a melee weapon. I don't want to use my guns, so I think I'm done.
Okie dokie. Next, let's see what happens next. Linda got the 9 of hearts and gets to go. But my word, Linda got the 9 of hearts, and that's being hesitant. So she obviously got a much better card.
And she's still going first.
And she's still going first, despite taking the worst of her 2 cards. Linda, you're up.
Linda's trying to figure out how to reload the gun. I don't know how quickly they would do that.
Reloading the gun is automatic, so all you need to do well, not automatic. Reloading the gun with a magazine is one action. So obviously, basically, the idea is your action last round was reloading the gun. So all you need to do is just type 30 back into that empty square box to the right of the bullet on your combat tab, and that's basically saying you've reloaded the gun.
And you could do multi-action. So the first action is reloading, second action is shooting.
You can. Don't forget to reduce. Don't forget. Oh no, I say you reloaded last turn. That was your action. You can. Don't forget to reduce your magazine by 1, of course.
Okay.
On your inventory tab.
Got it. I thought I had to reload this turn. I thought that's what was happening. I'll be nice. You worked out you needed to reload, so
There we go. Oh,
Okay.
Deckard's Q jumped you. Sorry, Deckard, you're up.
Oh. What happened to Deckard?
Oh, yeah.
And Deckard then goes on hold. Linda, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Linda's doing what she did last time. She's stepping up to the window, and
Okay.
she is firing full. I think she's gonna. What does she usually do? 3-round burst, full auto. Oh, there we go. We have full auto. I might as well go full auto. So here we go. New bullets, full auto. She missed a turn, so she's gonna go crazy. Do I need to target that thing, or did it already get targeted?
Yeah, I've targeted it for you. Go for it.
Wait, let me. Is it control click?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to.
I'd already done it, but yeah, I had done it. So when you turned it off, try again now, because it was turning blue, and then it was. There you go. That's it. And single click. Are you double clicking? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing it on my screen. Is the thing, but that's
when
fine.
you float over your icon, it'll show up.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, good. Here we go. So full auto M21. Did I get a lot of fours? What happened there?
Okay.
Really, I got nothing.
Okay. I'm afraid you. I know it says hits there, but I'm afraid you miss. You miss.
Can I Benny that?
You miss and you miss. Certainly, of course you can.
Does it Benny the whole thing?
Just drop a Benny into the chat window and just reset your ammo count to 4 and then roll again, because unfortunately ammo isn't affected by Bennies properly.
Okay. Redo. Here we go. Come on, give me something good. Oh, it didn't even roll twice that time.
Okay, let's have a look at these new rolls. The new rolls result, I'm afraid, in lots of misses. I'm afraid.
Okay, good enough. And then she steps back again because things are going not so well.
Because she's got a
Because you all have a -2 penalty on any use of technology.
It's lucky I'm not using any technology because I get -4 automatically. So that means I'm -6 if I put out a machine gun.
No, if you've already got the all thumbs, basically everyone's
I've got
the
all thumbs and I've got the Anuke thing as well. So it's -4. Yeah, low
so
tech.
you don't have penalties.
My machete shouldn't be affected. That's not technology.
Exactly. That's why I haven't made it a global effect. I am doing it manually. So although Fantasy Grounds said Linda was, yes, I can hear that. As long as because although Fantasy Grounds was saying Linda was hitting, I was applying the -2 penalty.
May I go now or no?
Of course you can. Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was waiting for the tracker deal. Sorry, my bad. Can I make a wild attack for spell attack?
You certainly can.
Really? A wild spell attack?
Oh, wild! Sorry, it's wild spell attack. No, you can't. Sorry. So I was reading something else at the same time.
Didn't think so, but I figured I would ask.
It's like when you do a magic missile, but you jump up in the air and swing your arms at the same time, like way, and then fall over.
Okay, Deckard's casting. Yeah, Joe, I do think it's very brave the amount of nanotechnology you're sending coursing through your body in an anti-technology field. I think it's very brave, and I really wouldn't worry about it. All those dice, and the net result is you shook it. I'd say, do you want to spend a Benny, but I think you've just spent all your Bennies, haven't you? But you did shake it. Roger, back to you.
Okay, Roger's going to move over and take a shot.
Go for it. Ah, Pants is connected. The dock has arrived. That's a 9. It's an 11, in fact.
I'm just docking right now.
That's okay.
Sorry.
I liked it. I thought it was very good. Roll for damage.
I think I want to Benny that.
Okie dokie.
There's a couple of really low numbers there, and I think I can do better, but not by much, huh?
Actually, I need to check
Fine,
something.
whatever. Okay.
Okay. Something I need to. Sorry. Something. By the way. Sorry. Linda, but basically Linda and Roger both time basically both your guns do fire, but basically obviously what happens is on Linda's case she went full auto, but halfway through the full auto blast it stops working. And same with you, Roger. You're doing a 3-round burst. You get 2 shots off before your gun stops working.
So I just got half my ammo back.
For all intents and purposes, no. But I'm just being a descriptive way of saying basically you got to use your guns, and now they don't work anymore. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I kind of expected that.
Yeah, it's all down to.
I think I will go ahead and spend, since we got an extra one, I think I will go ahead and spend one more Benny trying to get that damage up then.
Yeah, because I'm not. You're getting all. I'm not going to give you not have the benefits of like the 3-round burst of the ammo. It's just it's a story effect to say that what happens rather than, you know what I mean. But you nearly got somewhere there.
Yeah, well, oh well.
Okay. The mass of bodies is up next, regardless of the fact that it double jumped there, and I know why that double jumped. I won't do it again.
Because I ended too.
Indeed, the mass of bodies basically steps out. Literally, doesn't bother. When I say steps out, it doesn't climb through the window. It just walks straight through it, and then
Oh boy,
it sweeps.
You there, stepping out.
Doesn't have improved sweep, so it's a -2 on this attack roll, which means it misses all of you. Aren't you lucky folks? But I'm going to be evil. I'm going to be evil and spend a Benny.
Oh, you can't.
Just this once.
You're not allowed to.
Okay. Hibbity, you're up.
Right, I'm going to smack it with my weapon.
Okie dokie.
Its nanobots are working about as well as ours.
Motherfucker.
It
The
doesn't have
massive bodies are
nanobots.
shaken.
I'll take the shaken, yeah.
It has grandmother
Yes.
bots.
Oh!
Has
I'm gonna slash at him. I'm gonna slash at him again with my machete.
That's how good I thought that joke was. I'm giving Benny's to everyone. Doc's made it. Let's add Doc to the party combat tracker, and we'll just arbitrarily put him there. There we go, and
Sure.
share the map.
What map are we on? There we go. Yay!
If I do
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna Benny one time.
Okay. Basically, you've come across a ranch that's in a bad state. Morgana saw a pile of bodies inside the house, walked in, and the pile of bodies have got up and are attacking you.
And because they're shaken, I can back the hell up.
You certainly can.
So we're fighting a glom.
Those are
It's
icky.
no fun.
It's a mass of bodies. What are you talking about? Doc, you're up. All
Right.
6 heads look at you going, oh!
Outsider knowledge.
Okay, 6 inches gets you to there.
Probably gonna have to run then.
Well, actually, if you were you're in melee range back there for the record.
Oh, okay. So
If you hover over your icon, if you hover over the icon, you can see your range, and it's under your melee range as far as I'm concerned.
All right, so I don't want to go there then. So
click on the run button to turn off the run, because you didn't need to run, or double click it if it's doing it twice.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'm going to chop at him with my little Tanis knife.
Go for it. Don't forget to target it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Not very
One
good,
shot.
but hopefully he's big enough that I can.
Oh, he's big. He's just also basically he's had gunshots into him. He's had all sorts, and it's just hardly affected. I mean, it's got wounds. The nanobots are still eating bits of it, but I think you might have hit it.
Holy crap!
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
Like, eh. Oh wait. All right. Here goes nothing.
Oh, I was thinking that's an unfortunate roll, and then the 6 turned up, and you were 2 points short of doing anything.
Can we Benny damage?
That is not a
Yes, you
knife
can
you're
do
using.
damage.
That is not a knife. It's a two-handed weapon. Yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Kimberly's like,
you most
knife.
That's not a knife. That's
It's
bigger than a
not.
knife. That's looking a bit better. That's a wound. That's a wound upon the massive bodies. I'm going to spend its last penny on that.
Son of a poop.
And it soaked it. But that was its last penny. It has no bennies left.
Yeah.
Like
Bennies are like
very-
damage. If you do, I did a Benny damage.
Yeah, you did Benny damage, which is absolutely fine. Himiny, you're up. Dodging the multiple arms reaching out for you.
Hugger jugger bugger bugger. Oh, okay. I'll take that.
It's just so many. It's just so many massive bodies wedged in there. You just can't seem to hit it anywhere that really does any good.
Slicing
Linda,
it to
you're
pieces, but it's not doing any harm.
up. Yes, basically.
Linda's gonna channel the doc, and she's gonna whip out her Chicodle, which I guess
Okay.
I'm glad she grabbed. And I can't. Oh yeah. I guess
You've
I'm
already got
not
it targeted.
targeting yet. Oh, I did.
You were targeting it. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. The only way to tell is if you hover over yourself, it will give you a distance between you and the target.
I was so close it didn't show me an arrow, so
Yeah.
I wasn't
No,
cluing
but
in
you've
on
got.
that.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely fine.
And I better try that. I'll throw a Benny at that.
Okay.
Let's see, that would be here.
Obviously, there is no
Ooh.
penalties for using these weaponries because they are primitive weapons and therefore not affected. Look at that! That's a hit with a raise!
Boom.
Primitive weapon.
But
In the eyes of
almost the same.
humans. It's a good hit, but nothing happens. Well, you know what I mean.
Okay. Back up. Can she back up?
It will get a free attack on you if you back up.
I don't know what the math is on that. Okay, I'll sit there for
We should do
Yeah,
something to make
what's
this thing
parry?
vulnerable, shouldn't we?
Yeah, what's
Linda's-
your parry? So you're probably not going to want to back away.
Linda's parries too. You really probably don't want to risk it.
Okay.
You need to back. You can back. It's a bit of metagaming thing. You need to back away if it's shaken. If it's not shaken, you either basically hope someone shakes it, or you can go defensive, which will give you a bonus to your parry. But obviously that means you can't attack. Roger, you're up because the idea is you
Okay,
just spend
well-
your whole action blocking attacks. Roger, sorry.
Okay, Roger sees that this thing's got 6 heads and he doesn't want it outthinking him. So he's going to come up here, leap off of this rail, and make a wild attack at one of those heads.
Okie dokie. That'd be called shot to the head, -4. That's a hit.
And then because it was to the head, it's +4 damage, correct?
It no, it's undead, isn't it? So it's immune to cold shots. Do no extra damage.
Oh, bummer. Fine. Oops, no, not those dice. These dice. And one of them bounced off the table. Hang on, let me get that.
That's
Yeah,
the
I'm obviously
world's
going to
worst
use that
damage.
penny to re-roll that.
He made me laugh with the comments as you said he bounced off the table. I'll just go get it. That just made me smile.
Oh, good
Oh,
grief. Okay.
Why
It's
is
a
your
good hit.
cattle doing 3d6 plus 2?
Because
Raise
it's a
damage?
hit plus a wild plus raise damage plus a wild attack.
But why is it 3d6?
Because
Wild
the
attack.
raise.
The raise, rather.
Oh, I thought you added that in separately.
Well, that's the third dice. It says raise damage D6 and 1, 2,
Ah,
3.
I was adding it into the. I'm just trying to figure out. I thought it would be 2d6 then roll a separate dice.
Well, it did. It just.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I thought it would be separate. It's right. It's
That's
okay.
what it was doing.
I just wondered why it was showing it there. I thought normally it adds it separately, but yeah, shows you how much I observed, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does show you how much you observe. Anyway, Deckard's up.
See?
Someone smacked the Inuk around the back of the head so Deckard can get in a word in edgeways. For the record, Jinx is telling me all sorts of things I'm doing wrong to actually not TPK you all. He's pointing out it's got multiple libs. Should be grappling with the front four of you and then raging to rip your heads off.
Yeah, only because he's not here to get his head ripped off, right?
Exactly. Deckard is using conviction. Wow, look at that. And yet again, what's that? That's his fourth bolt in 4 rounds, isn't it? Okay, I'll just keep a note of that.
Okay, this one's going to do it.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
4 wounds. Okie dokie. Let's see if I can what I can do with those 4 wounds you've just done. Oh, okay. It takes its 3rd wound after that, I'm afraid. That was a good soak. Sorry about that. Very nice though. Doc, you're up. After Deckard ends his turn.
Right. I think I shall spend a point of conviction. How do I do that? Just drag it onto.
Drag it and just drop it in chat.
Here goes nothing.
I'm going to award Deckard a point of conviction for a sensible time to use it and reminding other people they have conviction. Off you go, John. Doc. Okay, you hit the mass of bodies.
With a raise.
With a raise, yeah.
Nice.
Roll that damage.
Oh, I
my
saw
word.
multiple 6s there. Yeah, baby.
2 wounds. Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to save the rest of my bennies. So, okay. You inflict 2 wounds upon the mass of bodies.
So you can go ahead and spend them now if you want.
No, that's fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay. It's the mass of bodies recovers from being shaken after taking 5 wounds. And as someone pointed out, I forgot to do it earlier. So given the amount of damage you've wailed onto this thing and the fact it hasn't dropped yet, and the fact that even as it's basically a wild card that's taken 5 wounds and is still standing. I think it's time for you all to make your fear checks, please. I need to remind myself what the fear area is for the New Sahara, though, because there will be a penalty. But make your rolls, and then I'll tell you what the penalty is afterwards. And then you can choose if you want to re-roll or not.
I'm going to re-roll because with or without a penalty, that's a fail.
I think Linda's thinking that in order to understand being fearful, she would have to metagame her understanding of Savage World's rules, and she's not there yet. So she's just like, whatever.
Fair enough. I'm going to just say it's a -3 because I can't find it. And oh, there's the gazetteer. Here we go. Oh right. Do they put the fear levels in the players section? It's
Yeah, I didn't
No,
interesting.
I
see
think fear levels
fear.
in the game master section.
That's what I thought, but I can't see any for one. So
Himini
okay,
did a fear.
this
Himini, how'd
farm's
you do a
-3.
fear?
So
How'd you do a fear check?
Just
How do you do
roll
a fear?
/ or / roll fear.
Oh, I'm not going to re-roll.
No, don't worry. Okay, so Himini -3 fails. Morgana succeeds after spending a penny. Linda succeeds with 13. Roger succeeds with a 12. Deckard succeeds with a 9. Doc succeeds with a 7. And Hibby fails with a 2. Hibby fails with a 3. Okay.
You're not the person we want running away right now.
Right. He didn't critically fail, so it's not a terror check. It is just it's a fear check, which is basically trait rolls -1. Okay, it's up next, and it's obviously going to have to sweep again. Who's come into the fold? Roger has. I think it's getting quite annoyed that it hasn't basically been able to absorb any of your bodies yet, so I'm going to wildly attack you. Doesn't hit anyone except Linda. Oh, that was nearly a 12. Linda takes a wound as she is clawed viciously.
She doesn't have the sense to be scared.
Indeed.
/ roll fear. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
You can of course
There's a whole
shortcut
load of
that as well.
commands that you can do for like roll
Yeah,
evasion as well.
If you just press the / and press return, it should. I think it should list up all the things you can do, because you can roll evasion, roll fatigue, roll fear, roll natural healing, roll bleeding out, roll knockout. Apparently, also
Cool.
you can roll a tribute or
Can't
roll
you just
skill.
roll a spirit check?
Yeah, of course. Yes, of course you can. It's just they're in there. It's let me because they're in there, so that means you can shortcut them. I suspect there might be the fact it says fear. Maybe there was a way to do it.
That's neat.
Okay, Linda. Do you wish to attempt to soak the damage?
Yes, I will try to soak the damage. And I do that by dropping a thing on the damage.
On the little blood splat on the combat tracker.
Boom. I don't think it did anything. Did it?
No, but
did
that's
drop
okay.
the penny.
That's okay. I'll give you a penny back and just hit the soak button for you. I'm afraid unfortunately, that soak didn't roll unless you want to spend another penny.
I'll try again.
So, if you hold down the control, if you press control, you should see a soak button appear on your entry on the combat tracker.
Unfortunately, the battery just ran out on my keyboard, so.
Fair enough.
Can you
just make a vigor roll? Just make a normal vigor roll. We can do it manually. It's not a problem.
vigor roll?
A 5 is successful. Linda ducks at the very last second, and that brings us to Morgana.
She don't want to get any closer to these things, so she's gonna dig out this ATAX thing she picked up. She's close enough to throw it.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit with a raise.
Holy hell!
Function 2.
If you get if you hit with a raise, that comes back to you now as well.
Does it?
Yeah, so you can catch it.
So I caught it back. So
Yep.
I got my.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay, so the mass of bodies is shaken. The new round begins with Deckard going first.
Now, how do I extend my conviction?
I think you just say you want to extend it, And there you are. There you go.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. For the record, you don't need to extend it until the end before you move the turn marker on. You actually get the conviction for the round you spend it on and until the end of the following round. Then you have to
And
spend
then
it
you
once
just
many
drag
times.
it into the conviction box if you want to extend it.
The Benny itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Benny itself.
Cool.
Mhm.
Skull can back away from it while it's still shaking.
Yes. Anyway, you're up, Deckard, with conviction activated. The only reason I'm pointing that out is sometimes, if you spend your point of conviction, I mean, I personally, as a player, would probably spend it at the start because I'd probably forget at the end and then be annoyed. But obviously, if you spend it at the start and then the fight ends, you technically didn't need to spend the point of conviction. Yeah, the Benny, but you know what I mean. Okay, that is a wound upon the mass of bodies. It's taken 6 wounds now, and it's looking pretty bad, but it's still standing.
What was the technique to get the slash commands to show
20.
up?
Just hit slash and
Okay.
return, and it'll show you all the slash commands.
Type in
Oh,
slash
awesome.
and eggplant, and that'll do it as well.
Slash and
Oh yeah, you just slashing some rubbish that it doesn't recognise.
oh, okay.
The other slash, of course.
It'll complain.
Yeah. I was just
Evasion,
checking both
fear,
slashes.
natural healing, bleeding out, knockout.
Get him, Roger.
Got him, Roger.
I see you using the large knife as well.
Well, that's the massive bodies. That's the massive. There we go. That's the you slice into. Okay, you slice into it. Another grievous. What would be grievous or a mortal wound upon this thing? It's dripping ichor everywhere, and it's still advancing towards you, having taken 7 wounds now.
Ugh. How many bodies are in there?
6, I believe.
Oh, so it's not
6.
1 wound per body. We could to test that theory out. Let's throw somebody on the pile and see what happens. If it regenerates anybody.
Are you going to end your turn, Mr. Rogers?
Feel
Mr.
free to
Rogers.
throw yourself in there.
Oh, I didn't want me. I need to be running the experiment.
Okay, I'm going to press end turn now, and don't you press it. Doc, you're up.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's go yakety smackety.
Yakety yak, don't talk back.
Okay, that's a hit with a raise,
But not enough.
but not enough. Make me wonder. No conviction and dynamic backlash. There's no wound cap in Deadlands because it's a horror game, isn't it? It's been...
I don't know why it rolled fighting. I dropped the Benny on damage.
Gotta be more accurate.
That's because people have done a lot of research. What it is the target area for damage is considerably smaller, and if you drop it anywhere outside the targeted area, it just treats it as a fighting reroll. So you've spent the Benny, so just roll. You might just have to manually. Just roll the damage. It says
click the raise. If you click the raise die by the modifier and then double click your damage roll, it'll do it.
It's picked it up as a hit with a raise anyway, so you should be okay.
Oh, okay. Son of a... I would have rather taken the 19.
Just bear in mind, if you're getting really annoyed with your damage rerolls being less than your first damage reroll when you spend a Benny, you could always look at the No Mercy age, which means whenever you reroll damage, you add +2 to the final result of either roll.
Oh. That's like
Which
luck
would,
plus 2.
yeah. See, for a good example there, you see, if you had the no mercy edge, that would have been 15 and would have been a wound.
Been 18.
Plus 2. Not, but anyway.
Oh. Gotcha.
Okay. I'm afraid
That's it.
that's your lot.
I'm done spending bennies.
Hibity, you're up.
I'll leave it up to him and he.
Leave it up to me. Yeah, I'll probably miss now.
Well, nobody's going to stop you from killing this stuff, Himiny.
If you do a wild attack, how many attacks can you do with it? Just one? Or can you do multi-action wild attacks?
Multi-action wild attack seems reasonable.
Did you want to maintain your conviction, Himini?
I
don't know if you saw that.
I think he's been confident that he will kill it before he has to maintain it.
Well, I've only just put the conviction on just at the beginning of this round, so.
Yes, because you put it on before. Yeah, you technically, because you spent it before this round started. It doesn't count. That, you know what I mean. It's one of those ones you need to sort of spend on your turn. Otherwise,
Okay.
rounds
Now, if I Benny that, is it going to do all them adds and pluses and minuses as well? Is it? I think it will, won't it?
Should do. Only one way to find out. Don't forget, you will need to manually turn on the raised die though, if you Benny it.
Yeah. Okay, there's one. Well, there's 2 wounds.
Do you want me to apply that, or do you want to get your other attack in first?
I'll get my other attack in as well.
That's a hit with a raise. Roll for damage. Are you happy with 22 points of damage and 21 points of damage?
Yes. 3 wounds is enough, I think.
Okay, so so basically the first hit drops it.
Yay!
Right spot.
I killed something at last. I'm going to start doing a little dance now, and I'll recover my my weapons from its corpse as well.
But more interestingly, the splat appeared where it died.
Yeah, it started doing that recently. The splats have started appearing where they're supposed to appear.
Have they? Common Bong Jinx shares one of his okay. Jinx apparently Jinx shares out his bennies. There you go. There we go.
Thank
Jinx.
you. Thank
Well, Jiminy does the same thing on my Tuesday games. If he turns up and tells me that he's giving bennies to all the players, so I give bennies.
Sometimes you do.
Obviously.
Sometimes you're mean.
Yeah. Jinx, obviously, I'm not sure where he is today, but he said he couldn't make it. He's sitting here watching the game, and he just basically said Jinx shares out his bennies. So there you go.
He's supporting his team. Thanks, Jinx.
Exactly. Okay,
trying to advise the GM on more effective ways to kill us.
he did.
He shared a Benny with the GM too.
So maybe he just wanted us to forget that.
Yes, he did tell me better ways that I could have made that fight more lethal, but I figured it was lethal enough after I took away all your guns.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
My Monday players are coming up to their first actual dangerous encounter. But they might all die.
Well, in the Tuesday game, he's repeatedly tried to kill us all, but we're really good.
Yeah, he keeps trying to do it. He's so mean.
There is one adventure. There's
just
one.
Calling Doswelk mean is just so far from the mark.
There is only one adventure that every time I've run it, it's been a TPK without fail, and I've run it 3 times.
Which one is that?
It's a Deadlands. It was a Deadlands reload. Well, it's a Deadlands. It's actually a Deadlands classic, as they call it now. Yeah, original adventure that they did then convert to Reloaded later on, and it's
Night Train.
yeah, Night Train.
Yeah, that's a nasty one.
Mm.
Yeah,
But,
leaping across the train.
That can't be the
Yeah.
one where Carmen set the whole train on fire. Because you gave me those cool Hellfire bullets. It's like, oh, he's going to be sorry he did this.
That wasn't Night Train. No, but then obviously that's a Deadlands classic adventure, which is in Deadlands Reloaded. But what I have run another convention game I've run from time to time is a Deadlands Hell on Earth game, which is called Return to Varney Flats, where basically it turns out that the ancient Nosferatu got off the train at Varney Flats and has been sleeping ever since and woke up when World War III happened.
Nice. I'll have to look that one up. Yeah, the original
one I made up.
like in this one. Oh, it was. Yeah, the original adventure was in like those little pamphlet-sized books.
Yeah, it was indeed.
It's a great adventure.
But anyway, so that's the only TPK I've ever run, and it never fails to TPK, and that's sometimes because the players will sacrifice themselves to win, which is really cool when they do it that way, as opposed to they just die. And actually, it was interesting when I did Return to Varney Flats adventure, which I did as a convention game. One of the characters who was harrowed was the Texas Ranger from Night Train.
Oh,
because
nice.
we did the roles and we did the roles for it, and she came back harrowed, so that was it. But anyway, that's by the by. All seems quiet here now.
Too quiet.
The huge mass of bodies, basically Jiminy just goes in chopping left, right and centre, and the huge mass of bodies, I will unlock tokens, and the huge mass of bodies stops moving.
Doc's going to take notes. That's how
Indeed.
Chop into that thing.
As you can see, when you get to the back of this place, it's basically, again, it's everything seems to be looted. All the furniture, everything's missing or vandalised. All technology is destroyed.
Set of stairs going down
technology.
It takes you down to the basement. Yes.
Anything interesting there, or is it just the?
Well, yes. In fact, there is. It would appear that down in the basement there, where the mass of bodies was too large to fit down, you do actually find the body of an old man. It appears it basically it looks like he Barry. Oh, actually, sorry, you don't find a body of an old man. You find a locked door. Sorry, I'm forgetting my own.
I'm gonna kick the door in.
That'd be a strength check.
Where is the downstairs? Is that
There's
from
no
inside?
From down inside, yeah. Or you could, or there is a trapdoor outside, so you can always get in that way as well.
Is Himiny sitting on the door inside? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he's sitting on the doors inside. The fear check doesn't apply anymore, so you're okay on that score. So you basically kick the door open. There is also a storm shelter cover, as it were, on the outside, so you can get in that way as well. But basically, getting down into the basement, yeah, the door was locked from the inside, which means obviously you find basically there appears to be there's a body of an old man. He's slumped in a chair. Slumped in a chair. There seems to be it looks like he barricaded himself in with some supplies, and also judged by it that he probably held out until his meager supplies he was able to grab wore out, and then he basically decided he didn't want to starve to death. But he appears to have scribbled notes here. There seems to be sort of scribbled notebook as well on the desk in front of him, as looks like it was some sort of diary. The doors.
Was he locked? Was he locked in from the outside?
No, he barricaded himself in the basement, probably because something was happening to the rest of his family. But there appears to be scribbled notes in there.
Okay. Well, Linda's going to take a peek at the notes.
Okay. It appears to be some hastily made diary. It seems to be written on the back. It seems to be sort of written. Well, I say it's quite unusual in the fact it's written, handwritten in on a collection of different pieces of paper and cardboard and other stuff that seems to be about the place. He does appear to have a PDA device down here, but it looks like he resorted to writing old-fashioned style. It takes a little while to sort of arrange all the stuff together, but it does seem to tally up with the timescales of the loss of communication. It would appear that over time technology started failing, and even though they couldn't work out why, they couldn't find anything wrong, stuff slowly started failing out left, right, and centre. And at the same time, the Inuk shamans in the area started preaching basically that the evils of technology had been overturned, and the returning to the old that humans should rejoice, for the Inuks were helping them to return to the old ways as taught to them by the Ravenites.
By the who's? Ravenites?
The Ravenites.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
Is there anything worth salvaging from this room?
Linda, you can make an academics roll, please.
Okay.
And James has made an occult check, so that also helps.
Academic.
Anyone else anyone apart from Hibidi can make an occult or academics or any other, or even common knowledge with a -4 penalty if you want.
Why can't I? Because I'm stuck in the basement with this
Well,
body.
Morgana stayed outside
because
she's watching for.
Actually, Morgana would have the same issue. The two of you and Nate wouldn't necessarily know Earth history. Linda and James, Ravenites brings up nasty connotations. You seem to recall there were stories about a follower of chaos and destruction, who was a Native American who called himself Raven, and his followers were the Ravenites. They planned to bring down the evils of the Western world and basically return of the European world and return America to its natural state, and basically return the world to its native people and throw out all the colonists. They used very violent and very unpleasant methods and all sorts of nasty occult rituals. Most of it is believed to be. Most of it was believed to be sort of just the stuff of pulp novels and fanciful stories, but some people took it seriously, and no one's ever been able to explain why no technology works inside the Sioux Nations in America to this day.
So I'll explain this. Yeah, I seem to recall there being a raven who was a shaman, Native American shaman, who back in the days of the Civil War cast a spell that killed technology, which appears to be what's happening here.
Indeed. The only other bit you got appears to be that a few times now people sort of have gone missing on going hunting deeper into the Saharan desert in the vicinity of the Inuk Temple of the Sun. I mean, he does know about it. And he knows where it is as well. He's never seen it, but he knows of it because it's very much part of the Inuk culture. It is basically it is a temple where annually the Inuk desert tribes of the Inuk will choose their most favored and blessed warrior, and he will be sacrificed to ensure that the sun continues to rise for the next solar year.
Okay, so do we want to? Is that where we want to head? Is it?
Well, you don't know. It's just any humans no humans returned from that area lately. It used to be the Anuks didn't allow trespass on it, but they didn't mind people nearby. And now anyone who's headed that way has not returned.
Have we already checked out the third building, the stables or whatever it is?
No, I don't think anyone's been in there yet. No. There appears to be some interest. There appears to be some interesting growths that the two of you just walk straight towards in the corners of the barn.
Oh, fantastic!
Plant life, interesting looking plant life. Seems
Anything
to
we
glow
recognise?
slightly.
Yeah, does
No, no.
Linda recognize any of that? Nothing.
No, I mean you get the impression that it possibly could have been stored foodstuffs or something. But as the two of you, can I have notice checks from the two of you, please? As you stand there near it. I think Himedy both certainly noticed it.
Oh yeah, this is the hypotenuse vociferous Galapagos.
Linda, you notice that you notice it's really strange. As you look at it, you can almost swear you can see it growing. Himedy, you can actually see it moving across the floor towards the two of you.
Yeah, okay. I'm
Very
going
fast.
to say, Linda,
creeping towards you.
why is Linda shaken?
I don't, probably by the shock of your level of observation.
Well, Linda, we need to leave.
Oh, can we burn this thing?
You can if you want to.
Is it still moving towards us?
Oh yeah,
Is
just
it...
very slowly.
Okay.
Mm.
We can burn it from outside if we have to.
Okay. What was that?
Moving plants. Always not something you want to.
Moving plants.
Something you want to get involved in. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Normally you can't see them. You have to do time lapse photography to see them, but this one was moving faster than time lapse.
It's quite a long trek to the Temple of the Sun, but you might want to stock up on some water before you go.
Yes, stock up on water, any kind of food we need. We can't get this Jeep working. What about if we just wheel it along or push it?
I wonder if the fuel from the Jeep would burn out the plant.
Ah, yeah. But once if we get this Jeep working,
it's probably fusion powered, like the spaceships.
All right.
It's a plant from hell.
We tie a rope to it, and I'll pull it along with them in the back like I'm a horse.
This scenario is reminding me of Torg, the Living Land, where technology doesn't work. You keep fighting that.
I'm aware of Torg, but I was watching Shane Hensley's interview with Doug and Dave on the FantasyGrounds YouTube the other day, and he was talking about Torg because that was where they got a lot of inspiration for Savage Worlds.
Yeah, I think it had some of the same designers.
Roger is going to point out the trail that is headed south away from here. That is probably the direction we need to go to find the next step in this.
Mm-hmm.
Linda's getting some water. Is the water potable? Does it feel potable?
Well, I'm assuming you have survival packs with all sorts of chemical, non-technically inclined chemicals to make it drinkable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, him and he's going to test it with his mouth. See if it's good.
Just drop a vigor roll on the tower, will you, please? Well, I think you saw it explode, so you're okay, Hibbity. You don't seem to notice any ill effects at all.
Well,
Some people get annoyed that you can see dice exploding on the tower. My view is actually it shouldn't matter, because if we're sitting around a table and I'm rolling dice in secret and I roll the dice, pick them up and roll them again because something's exploded, you'd possibly
Yeah,
pick up
I
on
know
that.
it's
So
stupid.
I don't have a
People, yeah,
I
you
don't
can't
have a
see what the
problem that the
numbers
tower
are, and you
shows
don't
that.
know what the roll
No.
is for either, do you?
No.
Yeah. So what's he rolling for? That's the whole part of the. That's the whole. Is you're meant to start wondering why is the DM making a load of dice rolls? Yeah.
As I
well,
say,
Linda's
obviously-
refilling and
Linda's
treating
refilling.
her water.
No problem at all. Yeah, you fill and treat your water. It comes back. It comes back as safe after that. You're quite happy with it. It's still
Okay.
my all-time favourite table in any role-playing game. The nothing happens table in Paranoia. It's brilliant. Brilliant table, and really does freak people out. But it really is just called the nothing happens table because it does. You just read the bit and then you just let them sit there worrying about it when there's no real effect at all. Okay, I'm going to turn off the line of sights for everyone so you can appreciate the
So have a
base
table
without
that
the
says
shadows.
what happens, and the results are also redacted, redacted, redacted. So they only see redacted pop up.
Indeed. But anyway, as I say, Roger's pointed out the way south.
Hey, let's go south then. Stack up some water.
We'll all refresh our water and drop our water purifying tablets in it.
Well,
Yeah, refill our water flasks.
Make sure we still got the reflective blankets because that kind of helps. It's not
Indeed.
perfect, but it helps in the desert. So.
You're going
Linda
head
tries to
south.
take an analog note of the location of this ranch in case we want to find this vehicle again, in case technology starts working.
No problem. Okay, you start your long trek southwards through the desert. Interesting. Okay.
How did you make that
so-
card appear? Did you just drag it to the desktop?
You know, you just click on the card shoe and it deals the card.
Ah,
Card
It just
shoe.
deals the card. Yeah.
yeah. Only the GM's got a card shoe.
It's under tools in Savage Worlds. There's a card shoe. You can leave it out, which I do on the desktop, but it's under GM tools. And if you click on it, it deals a card. And if you right click on it, there's an option to reshuffle the deck using like so. But anyway, it's very useful because obviously there are certain times where you draw a card to decide what happens, and hence I said interesting because I got the 8 of clubs and I really wouldn't worry about it. So I do. But is Hibity are you really going on your plan of towing this truck?
Well, if we could do that if everyone wants to do it. How far
Well,
is it
it's
south?
nice.
We don't have any animals to tow it with.
Yeah, and it's hot out.
That would be exhausting. I mean,
Well,
maybe we could walk.
That's why I
If
was
we get
asking
four
Hibity.
people,
Sorry.
if we get 4 people to walk on the wheels, maybe we can walk it out of here.
Well, Hibity
Right,
said he
everyone's
was
got to
going
make athletics checks
it.
on the wheels, yeah.
So
Yes.
it's quite straightforward. It was basically it's a long it's more than a day's hike southwards, according to Himini, to the Temple of the Sun, and obviously you're going to have to make vigor checks with a +1 bonus because you have the reflective material. But if Himini was towing the vehicle, he'd get a -4. That's why I was asking.
Well, I'd get a -4, but they wouldn't, would they? They'd be all they'd be like rested and.
Well, they'd still have to. Yes, indeed. But anyway, so everyone gets to make a vigor check with a +1 because you've got the reflective blankets.
/R vigor.
To just roll vigor.
It's got to be roll, not R, isn't it?
What happened to my +1?
/roll vigor. Oh, you pooping me.
What happened to
Come
your
on.
+1? You critically failed. It doesn't matter. It should be. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, it won't work for me. It should be roll a tribute, shouldn't it? Why did you get a +12?
Because I just typed vigor +12. I already rolled vigor
Oh,
before.
/R.
I rolled before.
Okay. Okay, I'm afraid to say. Okay, well, yeah. This is going to be interesting. Okay, it's about midway through the afternoon when Linda collapses.
Eh?
Quick, find the
Roll
life
on the
story.
injury table.
Oh, wait. We've got these med things. Remember we hijacked a bunch of them from somewhere?
How do
Yeah.
I roll on the
But they
injury
don't
table?
work out here.
Click on the
Roger?
little dragon thing and it'll
Not
pop it up.
those. The packs.
Ah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
here we go.
yeah.
The trauma packs.
Oh, don't worry. You don't have to roll an injury table. But I'm glad that, just so you know, just for testing purposes, you're fine. Because I know it says injury, but you're incapacitated due to your critical failure due to heat exhaustion, not actually any injuries. But yeah,
Okay.
Linda collapses. She's incapacitated through heat exhaustion.
We need to
I
find a
think this
lake
is
to
your
throw her in.
department,
It'll help
Doc.
pick her up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's.
Can't we heal her up?
Is there some shade near?
Let's have notice checks.
That's the first thing, is to get her in the shade. I'm focused on her, though. I typically don't notice shit.
You do spot what looks to be a cave up ahead.
Oh, come on. It's like,
Himiny's big enough.
DM, come on.
That doesn't sound like a sucker play.
Well, we got to get her out of the sun, and we need
Yeah.
to like
Let's
bathe her.
put her in the shade.
We all refreshed our water, so pour water in her face.
Help me carry her, and then I'll treat her once we get in there. And kill the thing that's going to be hunting us.
Right.
I don't know what you're on about. You all have such cynical views of things.
All right.
You find a cave full of fluffy bunnies.
Oh, actually, I did make a map, didn't I? Oh,
Do they have
Right.
sharp teeth?
Big
They're rabbits.
nasty teeth.
and then what's the simplify option? There is a simplify option, isn't there? Oh yeah, simplify occluders, which didn't work. Oh, not to worry. And then what you do
I
is
think you
you
have to
draw a line.
select your occlusions to simplify.
All right. Hang on. How does this work? You draw. I'm just trying to remember how you do this. I draw a rectangle for the door, then I draw a line through the wall, then I click on the wall and delete the points. And it's
Yeah,
not
but only get
deleting
you got to get the 3 new lines, the 3 new points you drew, and then delete them. And then delete the extra one that appears in the middle.
Oh, that's it. You delete that's it. You delete the new points, don't you? Oh, there we go. So that did it. And then I can delete the door as well because I don't need the door. I was only doing the door to get me into the cave.
Not a door
There
into
we
a
go.
cave. Funny looking cave.
Okay, and then so to simplify the
adorable.
line of sight, I select all the points and then I do simplify occluder. Thank you. See, I'm learning all this stuff. Okay, you'll like this cave. It's yeah. Okay, and then let's put the party just inside the cave entrance as you get Linda inside.
I'm not seeing the cave. Is
I
it
haven't shared it
shared?
yet.
Oh, there we go. Thanks.
Nice.
Josh will be proud of you, Kevin. You've done a real map.
So
Oh, it suddenly disappeared.
It shouldn't be too far in before the temperature drops down to like mid-60s, right?
Indeed. So I was just setting up the line of sight of the fact it's dark in this cave.
I'm going to
So,
go and stand here and be guard. We don't really need to go deep into the cave, do we? It's going to be cool here by the entrance, isn't it?
This was me literally just playing around. This was the first attempt I did with playing around with the fact you can set the floor and the walls, can't you, as textures now. So this literally was my first attempt.
On behalf of
go into about there before it starts.
On behalf of unconscious Linda, I'm apologizing to the party in advance.
Why, have you just followed through?
Looks good. I learned on the stream yesterday you could set the lights to do the auras. That's going to be huge for me.
Lights to do what? Sorry.
So like you can use the token lights and set them for like a radius, like for spirit guardians or something, so that I don't have to screw. So it can just follow the player around.
Oh,
So,
that's nice.
so
I
as
haven't
they,
watched
as
that
they
yet.
move, as they move with a paladin aura or with a spell that's an
Yeah.
AOE, it tells me exactly who's tagged when.
Oh, that's
See?
rather nice. That's rather nice. What the one that I really was impressed by yesterday was the fact that he drew a wall on a door, and then when he rotated the door, the line of sight moved with the door. I was impressed by that.
Yeah, that looked kind of interesting
Yeah, that's because
too.
he
Yeah, I
attached
got.
it to the
I
door
have
in
to
it.
play with
I
those.
did that ages ago. I showed Josh that ages ago.
Did you?
Yeah, I made a map where you had furniture blocking a corridor, and each piece of furniture had the line of sight in it, so you could move the furniture, and suddenly you could see down the corridor. And a secret door that was separate, and when you slid it across, the wall opened
Yeah.
up, and the line of sight.
What's really nice, I do like the fact
But
that anything you paint now is selectable. It's so much nicer because you can.
Go back and
Before, when
edit
you
and
made a
stuff. Yeah,
mistake, it was a nightmare.
I've got to get a drink. I should be back in 2 or 3 minutes.
well,
Okay, okay.
and at this point though too, like doesn't like anything that's got the occluder, doesn't that like built in, doesn't that automatically do it and change the line of sight?
I think so. I need to play around with it, and I do need to watch last night's video, especially if the Thesaurus thing's working, because that sounds cool. Okay. Okay.
What was the video?
Oh, it's every Saturday. Well, nearly every Saturday. Josh makes maps. Simple as that.
Oh, okay.
And if you've got the FantasyGrounds art subscription, which means every month they release new art packs, and you just get them for as long as you have the subscription. Obviously, you can buy them, and if you buy them, you get to keep them forever. With the subscription, of course, you only get to keep them as long as you're paying the subscription. But financially, at the moment, I still think you're better off with a subscription than you are with
How
buying
much is
the
the
art packs.
subscription?
$5 a month.
$5 a month.
Really?
And the art packs are about $10 each, I think, aren't they, or something like that? And there's 2 to 3 art packs a month so far.
Do you get access to all the ones that have been released?
You get all of them. You get all of them. Yeah, and then you see the thing is every so often all the maps he makes in those videos are using the art pack subscriptions, and then every so often they're bundled up and popped up on the forge, so you actually get all the maps he's drawn. And of course, you need to have the art subscription to be able to use them. But you don't have to have the art subscription, but you need to have all the artwork he's used, obviously, and then you get the map. All these wonderful maps he's drawn. You get them
Right. But I think I think you still have to pull those from the forge separately. I don't know if they automatically upload, or do they now?
I don't know, because he used to do it. I haven't downloaded any since before. I think they're now in the Forge, aren't they? I think I got the last one from the Forge, but I haven't played.
Yeah, and but the last time I checked, it's like you have to look up under his name, and then like all of a sudden, like it'll show the ones he's done, and you can pull those.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the easiest. It's not the easiest to find. I know that because I was looking the other day. The other month. But anyway, that's by the by. I need a medical roll from the doc, and it looks like Himini, and I need some notice checks from Himini, because Himini's standing guard. Looking deeper into the cave.
Do I need to roll again?
Morgana would have been here with her water, splashing water on patting Linda's face with a damp cloth.
I'll give the doc +1 support bonus on his healing roll.
Okay. Do I need to roll again? I rolled a 10, which would be 11.
I don't see it in the chat, I'm afraid. Oh yes, you had. Sorry, for some reason I must have accidentally scrolled my wheel up and I didn't notice it. Okay, no problem at all. You decide it's probably prudent at this point to spend the rest of the day in this cave to get to nurse Linda back to health.
Travel by night when we don't have to eat.
Himini hasn't noticed anything in the dark recess hasn't basically been shown any concern over anything inside this cave waiting for you
Yet.
What I really should do is if I go back to the lighting area, I turn that off, go to here, and I go to there, and then go sunlight, which brings up some sunlight. And then what I should do is on the sunlight tab with that, I should then add a mask, and then I'm supposed to include stuff out, aren't I? But I never, like so. That's how I should do it, because then there should be daylight outside, which I do wish you could sort of set streaming. I wish there would, if you set ambient light outside, it would stream in through the doorway a bit better. You know what I mean?
It should, doesn't it?
No,
Possibly, but
unfortunately, it doesn't.
no, it would be really cool if it did, though, wouldn't it? There.
I think it does, but you have to like play with the size and like where it's coming from and the shadows and all that stuff.
Yeah, not to worry. There we go. Yeah, because it'd be nice to have it. I suppose you can fake it. I could fake it by doing something like
dumping a light right at the doorway or something.
With a like a dim radius of something like that. I might have to move that. I forgot. You've actually got. I always forget. You have to drop the light, then modify it, don't you? Something like that would do it. So there you go. So that gets you light coming in from outside to a degree, doesn't it? And then it shades into the darkness behind it. That's how you'd have to do it.
And so, what did you do? End up doing just dropping the light?
I literally just dropped a light there and then increased the dim up to about 15. So it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's how you add outside like daylight and stuff.
Yeah, you have to sort of do something.
Eventually, they'll get it so it comes in the doors and all that, won't they?
Hopefully. In the meantime, yeah. Actually, this map it looks better even as a GM to actually have it in dark light mode. Anyway, that's too flickery. But anyway, okay. So you're going to have to. It looks like the doc says you're going to have to spend the night here. So we'll just see if anything. Oh, okay. Interesting.
A bag of gold falls out of the sky.
You just keep telling yourself that.
What'd you call me?
Bag of gold.
Since you've been gone, all that's left is a bag of gold. All that's left of the dreams we own.
Copyright strikes. Shut up.
Sorry. Keep forgetting.
Righty ho.
When the Benny starts giving you,
Bag of gold is a parody of Band of Gold. So they can.
I know.
That's
Fair
true.
use policy. Fair use policy. Good point.
But when the GM starts giving you bennies to stop singing, you might want to take those.
I will give Deckard a Benny because Deckard doesn't have any bennies, and it's about the time where
He hasn't got any bennies. He got too stingy with bennies, you see.
Okay, so what's anyone else doing? Basically, you're spending the night here. It would appear. So
well, I'm going to keep a watch on this end of the cave here. Okay.
And Morgana and Doc are probably, making sure that Linda's okay.
Indeed. It looks like, the cave, but from the sound of it, it's rather a large, extensive cave system, apparently.
We can have a look in the morning once Linda's recovered.
Anybody else
Well, did we want to just stay through the afternoon and then travel by night when it's cooler, or try to avoid the heat of the day, or?
Yeah, are there any dune worms or anything that we got to worry about at night? What comes out at night in the deserts?
How many of us can see in the dark? Because we aren't going to have any torches, and it's going to be freaking dark.
Doesn't Banshee have moons or anything like that?
Oh, that's an interesting point, actually. Torches, are they stopping to work?
Yeah, they're battery powered, aren't they? So yes.
Okay, so we're going to have to make. I'm going to go and make a torch out of some bits of stone, rag, and sticks that I find somewhere. There must be something somewhere around.
You probably don't want to go into a deep, dark cave without any light sources. The night passes uneventfully, and in the morning, you can set out again.
Okay, so first thing to do, we need to get stuff to make torches.
How come Linda's
You need
showing us
trees
a
for that.
loophole now?
Well, you need trees, you need dead branches, you know.
Okay. It basically, you reckon it will take, Timothy reckons it will take the best part of 6 hours to reach the temple area. So I think I'm going to be cruel, make you all make vigor checks with +1 reflection bonus again.
Oh shit.
I was wondering if we could use the oil from the massive dead bodies to make a lantern.
Oh man, yeah, 'cause using oil, spirit oil, works out well in Deadlands.
That's very true.
Yeah, I think Morgana's starting to feel the heat. She's getting sick. She
Morgana's
wants
definitely
to
starting to
try
feel
one
the heat. Yep. Morgana's definitely starting to feel the heat.
Pushing you to the side.
because even a Benny didn't help that one. So
Linda's on the rebound.
Linda's on the rebound. Okay, so unfortunately, basically,
Roger just barely makes that between the -2 for his Zalen and everything else. He's hurting, but he's okay.
Oh yeah, because of course you've got your fatigue penalties as well, haven't you? I forget that. It doesn't I forget you got that one. Why is that not factoring in? Oh yeah, because you hit ailing, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, -2 to resist fatigue. So yeah, you make that 6. Yep, you're fine. Okay. The Desert Temple of the Sun appears in the distance. And it is, I made this map a lot bigger than it needed to be, it turns out. I didn't realise when I turned the grid on, I forgot how big is it? Yes, that's fine. It means you get lots of opportunities to sneak in. Okay, let's put the party on the map.
Party is going on the map. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. You're all in the top right corner if it's a very big map.
Did Linda make it?
No, Linda's fine. Linda's fine. It's only Morgana who suffers the ill effects there.
No, I mean my character doesn't seem to be on the new map. I seem to be on the old map.
You know what? You possibly. Yeah,
You're
sorry.
There we go.
you're showing Linda as neutral instead of a friendly.
It is, isn't it? That's a bit worrying, isn't it? There we go.
Eh?
Okay. Can I have some notice rolls, please?
Horse and Vega.
Yeah, Morgana's just too tired to give a damn.
Wonderful architecture. Ooh, what's that?
Okay. Yeah, I think Morgana's too tired. Roger got the raise. So everyone else, Roger, you do notice there appear to be Anuk warriors patrolling the outskirts. However, Roger, you notice there's disturbing crackling lights coming from various areas around, and you notice it would appear that there seems to be sort of energy holes in the ground, as it were. You can also barely hear, again, this is just Roger and Deckard, because I've just noted his notice roll. Deckard and Roger noticed. You could hear chanting coming from above the top of the steps of the temple.
Great.
Are we going to sneak?
Oh, sorry. I'm afraid someone put the correct word in. So notice my notice roll. Yeah. Someone has put in the Jinx has put in the correct wordage here, so therefore I do have to do it, because whenever Jiminy types it in the Twitch stream, I have to do it. The phrase has been told, so the bennies must flow. There you go.
The bennies must flow.
Cheers, Jinx.
Never tell you I did a night train run and 12 bennies.
Yeah, I must admit, night train probably nowadays would probably be a bit easier because I've been night train's one where I'm fairly well, I'm not fairly stingy on bennies. It's just horrible, isn't it? Anyway, Linda's hiding.
Yeah. Oh, so what are we going to do? Have they spotted us? Are we going to sneak?
She's buggered off.
He's buggered off.
So are we sneaking or what?
Would it confuse him if he ran away
these
again?
guys non-hostile? I mean, aren't these just like cousins?
Yeah, they're not my tribe.
And Morgana, because somebody shouts alarm, she's gonna duck behind a rock because she's just too tired to really give a damn.
Okay, Morgana's going behind the rock as well. What about the remaining 4 of you?
Yeah, let's all go behind the rock and pretend we saw the thing and snuck in, because then we can talk about sneaking without getting spotted.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. Obviously, I've put you there. I'm not saying that's exactly where you are yet. So you can all definitely. I'm not going to be that mean if you want to. Yeah, you can all make stealth rolls if you want to get closer.
Yeah, well, do we want to sneak up and try and avoid killing everything in the whole area and just disrupt the ritual, and then kill everything in the area, or do we want to
talk to him?
Doesn't it seem like this ritual's been going on for a long time? Is there like a sucking noise through those holes?
My hope is.
We have to maintain the ritual to maintain the drain.
Yes, that is my hope. That if we disrupt them,
there's a lot of them. We need to figure out how to do this. We need to.
Yeah, we need to come up with a plan instead of just charging in, because they're going to.
All we have to do is just distract one of them, and the whole ritual falls apart. I promise you. That's the way it works.
Does conviction get us over the hump on the nanobots, or is that wishful thinking?
Nanobots.
Actually, why does Deckard still have conviction?
Yeah, and at this point, Morgana's tired. She goes, "You see all the energy charging in the air? It might be able to recharge your weapons." And then she's gonna slump to the ground. Just tired.
This is the thing. That by this point, this close to here, no technology at all. No technology of yours is no longer working. There seems to be energy pouring out of these portals, and basically sort of the energy is pouring out of those 4 portals. They seem to be. It seems to be swirling around the temple, and then basically seems to be going upwards like a shield and extending outwards. From what they were
going to run in and get killed, didn't they?
From what you were saying there is, I think what they seem to be doing is the longer they maintain the ritual, the larger the area of anti-technology field is.
Oh, so they're trying to cover the whole planet.
Basically, yeah. At the moment, it's only covering an area of the New Sahara, so they'll probably be going for quite some time.
Right. So what? We need. What's the plan of action?
I should point out who got the raise. Deckard and Roger got the raise. It's a bit hard to see from this distance. It's a bit hard to see from this distance, but you note there do appear to be humans up on the temple with the Anuks. They are dressed very scantily and have basically are all armed with primitive weapons.
Great. Did Dead Basement Grandpa have notes about other humans joining in the Anuks?
Well, he didn't know. No, he didn't mention that. But obviously, the Ravenites were humans on Earth originally.
Oh, okay. That's right.
And the other thing to bear in mind is if they are Ravenites, they're from 1880s odd. At least the way they're dressed. The way they're dressed, you can heartily believe these guys stepped straight out of the 19th century. To use old-fashioned, politically incorrect terms of the 20th century Western movies, they are dressed as Indians, or Native Americans, as we should say these days. But back then, of course, in the 19th century, they would have been called Indians.
They're Indians.
Indians, yeah. Okay, I'm afraid to say Hibity rolled a 3 on his stealth, and they rolled a 12 on their notice. So the Anuk warriors have noticed you.
Or all of them?
The group, the four nearest you have, yes.
Okay.
So let's see what happens. Morgana gets to go first.
Just slump back to behind here, behind the rock, where there's something like shade and not feeling particularly well.
She's trying to get shade,
she's-
not stealth.
She's going through her stuff because with the Mr. Fix-It or the MacGyver and Mr. Fix-It edges, she's trying to figure out if there's some way she can rig some link into those portals to draw that energy back into their weapons.
Ooh. That deserves a Benny, even if it doesn't work.
Did anyone make that occult roll I asked for earlier?
Let me see.
So, do you need what kind of rolls?
Ooh.
See if I come up
You could certainly make a repair check. Hibity and Doc. Unfortunately, Morgana, you cannot think of any. Unfortunately, nothing. Given that it's nothing technological based, and in fact, what's coming out of those portals is only anti-technology. You think that as long as they're running, there's nothing. Nothing can be done to help you in that regard.
See if you can reverse the flow on those things.
Doc and Himini, what you're thinking is your line of thinking is disrupting the portals would affect the ritual. Also, you both got raises. There are last if the Ravenite ritual is really drawing energy from what used to be known as the happy hunting grounds to power this. Unfortunately, there is a very good chance that things from the happy hunting grounds could well pop through. The amount of energy they're drawing, those would be like beacons in the happy hunting grounds.
Oh shit! So, really?
Yes. Deckard's requesting interrupt.
Can Linda do a science roll in case she has any inspiration on this?
Please do. Yes.
So we don't have to fight them. We can disrupt these portals, I think. Himini, what do you think?
Well, we'll be able to kill a few of them later, won't we? Let's disrupt the portals. That's the best.
Science goes out the window. It has to be said on these sorts of things, Linda. But if energy is pouring out of these portals, then closing the portals is probably the way to go. And same with you, Morgana. You think of it in terms of electrical circuits. If the closing the circuits should turn off the effect. But Deckard is going first.
What is the idea? What seems to be the sort of mechanical idea of this, or conservation of energy idea? What kind of energy is pouring through? I would have thought it would be sucking energy out of the world. Oh, it's putting up a shield, some sort of weird shield.
It's magic. A wizard did it.
It's spirit energy.
Yeah, it's negative. It's basically magical energy that negates that is being construed to negate technology. It's instead of being an anti-magic field, it's an anti-technology field.
It's like filling a volume with anti-magic.
Except anti-technology instead of anti-magic. Deckard, you requested interrupt.
Can I see it from here?
You can't see it because it's behind a wall. You could see the energy pouring out of it. But what happened was you could see from your position here, you could see that one, and you could see the energy pouring out of that. So from that, you can deduce there is one there. So I've given it a cover bonus, so you can target the general area, if that makes sense. Or you can sort of direct your nanites over the top in an attempt to hit it, but it will get a cover bonus, which I've given it.
What about that one? That one looks more visible, doesn't it?
Yeah, that one's the most visible as well. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that one.
But it's too far away for me. I'll shoot to go for this one.
Yeah. Go for it.
Sorry about that. All right.
Maybe we should go. There's a big rock near one of them. There's a big rock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We could just push rocks into it. Maybe that'll work.
Oh, that's not quite what I meant. I mean, there's a big rock that could give us cover.
Unless the
energy. That doesn't make sense.
Should
be. It's not. Oh, damn. It's not meant to be a hit with a raise, but too late now. I want to be really evil, I can reduce it. I can deduce that the 14 was the extra damage dice, which means that takes it down to 13 points of damage.
Wait, what?
Well, it shouldn't be a hit with a raise because it's not a hit with a raise, but your bolt, for some reason, instead of being treated as a ranged attack, was treated as a parry attack. Therefore, cover doesn't have any effect on it, which it should have done. So it was meant to be -4 to hit with cover, which turns a 13 to an 11, which means, hang on, I'm talking rubbish. That's still a hit
A
with a raise.
13 to a 9. 13
Yes.
to a 9.
Yeah, I'm being stupid. It's still a hit. It's a 13 to a 9 versus a 4 is still a hit with a raise. I'm talking rubbish. Okay, but that's fine. I want to know why something else isn't working, and I'm very angry. Because I
Don't take it out on us.
There's the
I-
portal
Take it out
on
of
the
the
other
game,
side of
not
that
us.
wall.
I tested it out. I tested it out earlier. Oh, it is working. Shielded. Toughness. Yeah. Okay, that's absolutely fine. That portal explodes.
Nice shooting.
Yay!
Nice shooting, Dex.
Woohoo!
Hang
And
on, what's going on?
I'm gonna go take cover behind Roger here. No, I'm kidding. I'll end my
Go
turn.
and stand behind a cactus. How big are these cacti?
How do you get your powers to work? Mine don't seem to work.
Been super duper lucky.
Okay. And what
Okay,
did
the
you do?
explosion. The explosion takes out one of the eunuchs.
And his blood splats in the right spot.
I know.
Nice.
Amazing, isn't it?
Did it work really?
It killed one, exploded one, and killed it, and then killed one of them as well.
Right, but did the blood splat work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
look,
the blood
blood
splats
splats
are
exactly
working.
in the right spot. That's 2 in a row
That
now.
means
And
that
Next
means
one
the
will be in the wrong
portal's
spot just
extension
to
might
annoy
work.
us.
Yeah.
so since he took out the energy field in our corner, does that mean our quadrant technology begins to work?
No.
Just checking.
I know. No. You got to bear in mind, all they're doing now is they're stretching it out. If you stop it, then if you stop the ritual, then the sphere can't continue to advance. You have no way of knowing if it will ever dissipate or retract. That's a separate issue. In the meantime, I do want. Actually, I'm going to whisper it because by this point, Himony, yeah.
Himony speaking in tongues.
Yeah. Okay, Himony, that's not a problem.
Yeah,
It was
that's the
almost
thing.
2
Is that
6s and
when it
double
happened on
raises
Earth,
then.
when it happened on Earth, even though the ritual was disrupted, it didn't shrink the area that had already been affected.
Wow, that's a good run.
You know my ruling on running.
Yeah, I ain't
Suddenly
gonna waste
we
a
are-
penny on that.
Suddenly the combat tracker is very busy.
So, I did the thing you asked. Did
I
it do
know.
anything for me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Holy
Where
poop.
you're going.
There we go. Himony is running.
Very interesting.
In fact, actually, I'm going to retcon something. I'm going to retcon something right now.
What is that black thing? Is that a rock out of the ground, or is that a hole in the
Yeah.
ground
I was wondering myself.
below?
It's a
Yeah.
hole.
That's a mysterious hole.
It's a mysterious hole. It's a hole in the ground. Yes.
You've got a mysterious hole.
I've just rescaled the size of the grid to give you guys the ability to cover more distance and basically increase ranges to things because I'm feeling nice. Okay, Himony, you run to there. What are you going to do now? The foe is 7 inches away from you.
Gonna kill him.
But if you do anything,
Oh wow.
You do.
And the attacks will come back as well after I kill him. Right, I've got to get a 12 and a 6.
Or a 3 and a 3 and a 3. Oh dear. I thought you were trying to find every way to roll 9 there, but that you did manage to roll a 10 the second time. You shake him.
Then I will. Hang on. So that's my run done, is it? Yeah.
That's your run done, yeah.
Okay. Then I'll
Roger,
pass
you're
to
up.
Roger.
Roger is also going to run. Roger is going to run to here.
Roger ducks behind the wall, gaining a cover bonus.
Did them cacti hit him anyway?
I slid under the cacti. Didn't you see how far I ran? A perfect first base slide.
Yeah, it was a brilliant slide there. Safe! That's all I know about baseball.
And that's pretty much all I know, too. So
okay, portal. Okay, portal. Okay, portal 3. Okay, portal 4. Oh! Okay, where's portal number 4?
Is that the far side?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the one that's on the northwest.
There's suddenly a sort of pulsing noise, and then there's like a bright flash of light coming from this portal over here. And just afterwards, there appears to be a very large, spiky entity with glowing skin and one rather large central eye.
We're going to be seeing that, what is it, the ELO, Olivia Newton-John song, Manitou?
Could well be, but this seems...
Xanadu?
Manitou.
Xanadu?
Manitou.
I got the joke. It's very good. Basically, something steps out through the portal, and it doesn't look very nice. Doc, you're up.
Now he is here. It's Manitou.
Doc?
Yes, that's me. I'm busy doing song parodies. It is a parody.
I know it's a
strike.
parody. I definitely thought Manitou for Xanadu was rather clever there. Which is why I awarded everyone buddies, because I'm feeling nice.
So, quick question.
Yes.
If I spend a point of conviction, can I add to my run?
I don't think conviction technically adds to your run, because running is not a trait roll.
Right. Fair enough.
But why not?
Yeah, I think that's like the one thing it doesn't do.
Yeah, but then you're not supposed to let you use bennies for re-rolls, so why not? Go on, let's go wild.
All right.
If you want to spend a point of conviction, I'll let you get an extra D6 on your run roll, because who cares? It's fun. It's meant to be fast and furious.
Rule of cool.
Exactly. It's I really like the idea of that. I mean, it does strike me as something like conviction would make sense for, doesn't it? It's like, because conviction is like you'll do whatever it takes. So yes,
you turn into Tom Cruise. You're like,
yeah. Oh, I'm going to see that tonight. Looking forward to it. Anyway, Doc, you literally put on a huge burst of speed and reach there. What do you do when you get there?
And it's the one bonus to not playing in organized play is that you can do that stuff and not like get everybody in the tissy about it.
Yes.
I am running for. Actually, I'm headed for this portal over here.
Okay. What, the one that's just disgorged an entity?
Right. Yeah, I may have to change my plans once I come around that corner, but right now.
Okie doke. I'm just wondering because you hadn't ended your turn, so I didn't realise. Okay, the Ravenite Braves aren't doing anything because you are not threatening them. The Ravenite Shamans are going to carry on doing what they're doing, which is chanting for now. I'll give them their PowerPoints while I work my way down the list. Linda's up.
First of all, Linda doesn't know what to do, but I guess she's just going to follow. She has a pace of 4, so she can run. If she runs, she can run 8. Is that what's happening?
Yes. If you roll you're encumbered, aren't you? Yes. So yeah, just click the run button down in the bottom left, and it'll work. It'll calculate your run for you.
Oh,
single click, don't double click.
Run. Oh, it tells me how far I can. Yeah. Oh, so that gives me the 12. I forgot about that. Otherwise, it could have been 7 to 12. Okay, well, I've done my. I'm gonna move like that, and then I guess my turn is over. I'm gonna
hang on. That
doesn't close.
Right. Oh my word! Being encumbered does affect the running die. I did not realise that. Makes sense. Based on Deckard, you're based on the way Deckard's been throwing his nanobots around. You've got no reason to doubt, even though the GM's trying to freak you out about what will happen when at the end of all this. You've got no reason to doubt your nanobots will work, for the record.
Okay. Well, I still don't. I don't have the same weapons that Deckard has, so I'm gonna wait.
No, that's absolutely fine. Okay, Anouk Warrior number 5. Where are you? You're way over there. That's absolutely fine. You can hear stuff going on. Okay, Anouk Warrior number 2. He might not have to run. He probably can just reach the dock and swing his
Yes, I saw Obi-Wan Mechanical.
Oh, Doc! You basically an Anouk Warrior runs towards you with his death mask, and he's missing his battle paint. Oh, because he's not a veteran, and he swings his axe at you, and unfortunately, you possibly failed to dodge it. You should make your soak roll.
Yeah, do I have to spend a penny to do a soak? I can't remember.
Most certainly. Sorry, that threw me 3 dice and it got a 6. I didn't see the 6 on any of the dice, but that's absolutely fine. You basically, obviously moving fast and deftly means the hit does not really make proper contact. It's just a glancing blow with no long-term effects.
So what? Does it add it together? How does it work? How did that work?
It takes the best of the rolls.
Right, but none of them exploded. So did conviction dice not explode? I wish you could click on that and see what you rolled. You know what I mean?
I do. I am very confused why you got a 6 on your conviction roll there. Do you know what I mean? Because it doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to argue with it because it's still a success, but I have no idea what it's playing at. This guy basically, oh dear.
Oh. I don't know.
Did you not roll it? Did it somehow just... No, I saw the dice explode. I don't know. Unfortunately, this guy here, he's literally powering past you and it basically just swings his axe as he goes by you. Unfortunately, his momentum going in the opposite direction of yours means this could be quite a nasty hit as you and him collide. However, the shock of it is obviously more painful than the actual blow, as it really is a glancing blow that leaves you slightly dazed. That was 7 to there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 gets him to there as he literally just runs past the dock swinging and then continues running. Anouk number 5 is not going to worry about. Anouk number 6 is going to run. Athletics roll. Oh well, that's the end of that. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Okay, it looks number 6. It looks very spectacular. Number 6 jumps and disappears. As he literally, you see this Anuk warrior jump to clear the pit, and he doesn't. He just disappears into the darkness.
Thought maybe he jumped like you were speaking magically. He jumped.
We jumped,
he just
slipped, fell down, and broke his neck.
Okay. In the meantime, Himini, you use your Tarjak to block the attack coming towards you. And the Anuk Shamans aren't going to do anything this round because they're quite happily getting on with their process. Which brings us
Did
to
a
the
flop
evil.
slip in a dump?
Which brings us to the evil eye, which has a movement of 6.
An evil eye. Got eyes that are evil.
Certainly
Yeah,
does.
And Doc has run off on his own. What were you thinking, Doc?
Okay. The
I think
evil
once
eye.
he rounds the corner, he's gonna be like, "Oh, bummer." Yeah, he sees that thing coming around the corner. He's like, "What was I thinking?" Good question.
Okay, so the evil eye makes its gaze attack upon the because obviously you that the Anuk warrior suddenly glances behind him as he sees you stare at what's coming, and the two of you basically are staring at it as it opens its large central eye and hits you with a gaze attack, which is successful. Let's see if you can avoid it. Yep, the Doc avoids it, and the Anuk warrior avoids it. You both avoid the evil eye's gaze attack. Nicely done. Even on its roll. Because it's a breath weapon which can be evaded, and you both evaded it. So that's the end of the first round. Let's see what happens now. Oh, look at that. The bad guys got bennies, and so did Deckard. Jokers, I meant. Mr. Deckard,
and bennies.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Mr. Deckard got the Joker. Everyone else got the bennies. But I don't hear Mr. Deckard talking. Have we lost him?
No, I was here. I was just letting everybody go before I did anything. So
that's okay.
So I look over at Himini and I say, Should we go and get another one of those shields?
Yes. But we need to rescue Doc first.
Jesus, did he run off by himself? Okay.
Yep. Sorry.
All right. I don't even see him.
You give him a Chikata when he thinks he's an Anuk warrior.
That's what. I throw the damn thing down and hiss at it.
No, don't throw it down. No. Keep it. Just you might come in handy. Just don't run off.
Deckard moves to there. I'm intrigued to know what he's doing. Oh my word.
I'm sorry. My daughters brought the dog in. We had a little weird. Okay. Okay. Easy.
Your daughter ran out of bennies?
Yeah, no. She just let the dog in at the wrong time. Is that going to get me to 20?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll move there then.
There's a hole. Oh, I see. That's a range.
Yeah, because the range for my bolt is 2 times my smart, so.
Perfect.
Nearly a crit fail. But a 1 again. Okay. Parry is. Why is it saying parry 6? It's absolutely fine as saying parry 6. I'm happy with that. That's fine. The terminology is wrong, but that's okay. The portals have arcane resistance, which makes them harder to hit. So if it's treating its parry 6, that's fine by me. Oh, look at that. He's managed to inflict a wound upon the portal. I don't really want you to hurt that portal, so I'm going to fail to spend a penny on that portal. So that's another portal going down.
Nice.
Which one was that that he attacked?
I went
it's
to the
gone.
south because that's the one I could get and I could see and also come towards you.
It's gone. You killed it.
Yeah, so
It actually has a
I
splat.
got my 2. Another one of my Legolas.
Okay. Net result is one Anuk warrior is incapacitated by that. And one Anuk warrior is shaken by the resulting explosion from the end of the portal.
And the DM's going to uninvite me from the game.
Okay, now things get interesting because the Raven Knights will not be amused that you're disrupting their process. So.
Holy crap.
What are you seeing?
They are booking.
You got a good run roll, that's all. Plus they've got fleet-footed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a fleet axe that'll chop them in half as they come running in.
Okay. As Deckard finishes sending the nanobots outwards, he narrowly avoids being hit by an arrow, which does shake him. That's not such a good a roll. I don't know, actually. It turned out pretty well in the end. I'm just going to have to shoot the dock, I'm afraid.
Wait,
No.
who's taking Iron?
Yeah, you were right, Doc. Just say no and it missed. What you got to do is when he says he's going to shoot, you say no and it's going to miss. Figured it out now.
Simony, and last but no means least, 14. I was shot at Doc. He didn't say no that time. Oh, it's a wound upon the Doc as an arrow hits him. Forgot about the Joker bonus.
Oh, he's got the Benny as well, hasn't he? So he's got the shaken already. So
yeah. So the Doc can spend a Benny with conviction to soak that, which he does.
nicely done.
Nicely done. And the Doc is up next.
Defend and retreat.
Yeah. I need to.
Don't forget, you have conviction until the end of your turn, even if you don't spend a Benny.
All right. Well, I'm going to yell out. I don't know what this thing is, but he's literally looking ugly. And I'm going to. I need to withdraw or disengage, right?
Defend.
You got to choose. You could defend, or you can defend, and then that just basically means when I get the free attack, you get a bonus on your parry. Or you can try attacking this guy in front of you, hope you can shake him, and then you can move away without any ill effects. It's your call.
Yeah, no. I need to defend then.
You can just drag it off the effect thing onto your.
Or you just get the GM to type def.
Yeah, or you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you can now make a move. Well, I'll get the Nook Warrior to swing at you as you break away, which your defense works. Your defense protects you as you move away from the free attack.
Okay. Now, if I run, should he have gotten a -2 to that?
Can you run when you're defending? don't think you can you?
You can, you just can't do anything else.
Yeah. You can run now, yes.
Okay.
Out of don't worry, this is just a
Everybody should converge to a similar location so that range of
You should all
effect can.
stand behind me, so when they come in, I can just sweep them. Yeah.
So range of effect can affect all of them at once, since they seem to be closing with us.
well, they're just engaging you because you disrupted the ritual. Oh,
Yes.
hang on, you've destroyed.
I'm just telling
two
everybody
portals.
to group together.
Yeah. Okay, Doc, you can move up to 9 inches on your run, I believe, unless you're fleet-footed. Yeah. That's 11.
I thought we were still. I thought I had conviction until the end of my turn.
Oh, I apologise. You do. Yep. Sorry. I do apologise, Doc. There you go.
Yeah. She may move normally, but may not run if you're defending. Yeah, I was right.
Oh well. Yeah, I wasn't sure for this one and only time.
Well, no, for
the Doc
in
got away
future.
with it. Yes, the Doc got away with it. Happy Sunday, long shot. The Doc got away with it because I forgot that ruling, and that's my view on things. If I forget the ruling,
Yeah, of
okay,
course,
now
it's
the
not worth
Ravenite
worrying about, is it? As long as you're having fun, it doesn't really matter, does it? I was just checking
okay,
with
the
my
Ravenite
brain.
the Ravenite Shaman. It's obviously now you're disrupting what they're up to, so the Ravenite Shamans are trying desperately to hold on to the power. Whew, yep, just.
Hang on a second. I've
Morgana,
decided.
you're up.
Well, Morgana's going to spend the point of conviction to get over the damn fatigue.
Actually,
Okay.
they
It
might
won't
all
get her
come
over it,
running
but
at us,
it'll
mightn't
help.
they?
It'll help.
They come
Offer.
running at me, I can kill them all.
And
Go for it. I say we are a new house rule. If you want to run, you'll get to run.
she
an
can see the
XD6.
enhanced warrior from here. Go ahead and move me so I can see what my range is. Okay, that's medium range, I think. And she's gonna throw the ATAX at him.
Okay, you throw the ATAX at him, which is a 4-pointed star, I believe, isn't it? That returns to you. If you
I'm
get
gonna
the raise.
spend. I'm gonna spend a penny on it.
Okay, well, you do have 6
Get
of
the
them.
raise.
Ammunition shouldn't. Oh, actually, yes, it does apply because you just have to manually reset it. So I'm afraid you just have to manually reset that one. You hit, so it hits, but it won't come back to you. That's why I put ammo
But
on.
if it takes him down, then I can go get it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It took him down, I suspect. Yeah, that incapacitates him. So down he goes.
And I'm here by this cactus, with what minimal cover that provides.
Yes.
They're shooting arrows, so you could go prone. But we've got no guns, have we? So yeah.
I have to go after my ATAX after this.
The creature that came out swings its sharp claws at the Ravenite Brave, missing barely.
That's good. It's attacking everything, right?
Roger, you're up.
Okay, Roger is going to step down here and attack this one.
Okay. What's unarmed defender bonus?
Well, I've got a
+2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still doesn't make any difference, but the guy's still using his bow at the moment because he hasn't drawn his tomahawks because he fired an arrow. So you do get a +2 bonus to hit him because of that fact. But he's obviously very good at dodging you regardless.
Yeah, apparently. Okay. Bother.
I think they're a nuke using nuke weapons.
Hubba,
hubba, hubba.
Oh, I already moved my 6 inches. Never mind.
Okay, Anuk Warrior number 2. Let's have a look. Someone's asking me interesting questions. Anuk Warriors, pace 6. Anuk Warrior Veterans, pace 6. Anuk Shamans, pace 6. Yep, Anuks have pace 6. Because they're humans, except that they're almost they're humanoids, aren't they? Okay, okay. This Anuk warrior here has initiative. He is going to chase after the person that ran away, getting a getting a 9, which basically means he doesn't get to the dock. Well, he catches up to the dock, but he also gets in line with Deckard, so he's just going to swing at Deckard as he goes. Okay, I'm afraid Deckard's been hit, doing negligible. Deckard ducks the blow.
Why are they hitting at me?
Because you were closer. It basically because Doc ran behind. Doc ran behind you, and so therefore it basically couldn't reach the dock, so it hit you instead. Basically, is the truth.
What do you think was going to happen when I used you as a shield? I mean, come on. I'm sorry, Deckard.
Okay, can this one clamber out the pit he fell into? No. He's stuck down a hole.
Then rattlesnakes are going to get him.
Himini blocks the attack. The Anuk Shaman. The Anuk Shaman.
Speaking of which, didn't one of the leads of Tremors just die?
Oh dear. Chinook Shaman just failed his faith roll. That could be unpleasant. Oh, he's okay, because obviously you're disrupting energy left, right, and centre, so it's causing all sorts of problems. And the last Chinook Shaman. Yep, they're all okay. Linda, you're up.
Okay, Linda is going to move to there. Not quite joining the group. And then she's going to. Does conviction help with casting nanobots? What is
It helps with everything.
Conviction helps with everything.
Okay, so Deckard, were you using conviction to get your nanobots to work?
No, nanobots seem. There's no logical reason for your nanobots to work. They just are.
Okay, well, I'm going to give this a shot. I'm not going to use conviction because I don't know. I don't really know if it's worth it or not. So Linda's going to.
You roll an extra d6 and add it to your existing roll. It's not the best of 3 with conviction. Oh, that's how you got a 6 on a 6, because it was conviction. For argument's sake, you rolled a 5 on a d6 and a 1 on your conviction. That gives you a 6 on a 6-sided dice. That's what I couldn't work out earlier.
Gives you plus d6 to everything you do.
Yeah,
It's
conviction
definitely
adds d6 to your damage rolls, and conviction adds d6 to your trait rolls. That's what conviction does. It adds it on. It's not an extra dice. It's a plus 1d6 to your best roll of your other 2 dice.
Okay. So do I need to do that now if I want, or can I choose to do it depending on the roll?
You have to do it before you roll.
And how long does it last? 1 round or 1 turn?
It lasts for one. It lasts for a complete round, so it ends at the end of your next turn. However, you can spend a penny to keep it going.
Okay. Assuming that I can do what I need to do, I'm spending a conviction now. I think I'm in range, so I don't think that should be a problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Confusion. I'm going to do it with Medium Blast, so that's a +2. I'm going to do it with Range +1, and that's it. So +3, so that's 4. And let's do that. Confusion. So, I need to do the targeting. Is that it? Let's see. So that would be like this, and then this. So right there is what I want to do. Just to confirm, that is within range of Linda. 24. It's about there.
That is within range.
Okay. And I'm just going to roll now. Is that good enough?
Yep, go for it.
Oh, how come that's not going down? There we go. Okay, roll. Here we go. Transmute confusion. That's not good enough. I doubt that's good enough. I'm going to Benny that.
That is, well, no, that's a success of 6.
That is good enough?
Yeah, you only need a 4.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you get the only thing I would say is, that didn't do it. That didn't whisper. There we are. The only thing I would say is, if confusion gets, the only thing to say is, if you get a raise, they do get a -2 penalty. That's the only difference, isn't it?
Let me give it another shot since I get an extra die to add.
Yep,
that wasn't a very good roll, so.
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Conviction with a raise. I tell you what it is, because we didn't actually target them. That's why it's not telling us you got the raise. But that's absolutely fine. So, I need to quickly.
Who is he targeting?
Shamans. The circle.
He just hit all the shaman in the circle.
Oh, brilliant. The one's right in the middle that are miles away from us, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I'm taking advantage of my high, whatever it is that gives me long range. My high smart.
Yeah. Yep. I'm just going to make smart. I forgot I've applied it, so I'll just turn them off if they make it, because I added them by mistake. I always forget they actually get a saving throw on conviction. But it is at -2, which is why adding it actually helps. Can you believe it? He made it.
Somebody's got to not make it. Oh, yeah.
He fails.
Somebody failed.
And the Ravenite Shamans, Mart's up here. So you first.
Now, was it -2 or was it minus? I thought I got a raise. Would that have made a difference, or did you already factor that in?
Did you?
I bennied the roll and got a raise.
Yeah, which makes it -2 on their saving throws.
Oh, you're right. -2 with the raise. I thought it was -2 by default.
No. Okie dokie.
So two of them didn't make it.
you got one Ravenite and one Anuk Shaman.
I see. Okay.
I apply it to all of them. I apply it to all of them because then I apply it to all of them because then when I make their smarts roll, it actually does the -2. So then I can turn it off if that makes sense. So it was an interest. It's whether it's an actual shortcut, I'm not sure, but it saves me having to manually do dice modifiers. Okie dokie, you've closed down 2 portals, haven't you? Okay, that's unfortunate.
No, it's not.
No,
it is a great fortune.
Boom! Another portal pulses.
Ugh.
Okay, Himini, you're up.
Tell me when it does it. It goes.
Himini, if you're talking, we cannot hear you.
You can't hear me talking because I'm not talking.
You can now spend your point of conviction. If you spend a point of conviction when the combat tracker isn't selecting you as active, it treats you as you've already spent it last turn. So when it comes to you, it says, "Oh, it's going to expire." And if I'm not paying attention, you get diddled out of your conviction. So anyway, you apply conviction and miss. Nearly a crit fail. Okay, you don't crit fail. You actually hit. Roll for damage. I'm going to have to leave this mid-fight at this rate. But anyway, we get one more round in. 4 wounds. That's quite brutal.
Nice. Way to go, Himini.
So you literally cleave the Anuk warrior in twain and then basically back off.
No, then I go and hit his mate.
Yep, that's fine. Go for it.
Ooh, that looks good.
Hibidi is a melee killing machine, I've noticed.
Yeah, when I hit. Yeah.
Indeed.
Nice.
Okay, Evil Eye 2 has arrived.
There's an evil eye coming our way.
Try if you can get him. Oh, it can. Get his attack. Ooh,
They were able to do that even though there were 2 shamans down.
hasn't had any effect yet. Because you've made them vulnerable and distracted, which means next turn it could get very interesting. On this. Okay, new round. Let's see what happens. Oh, well, look at that. Himony and Linda get jokers.
I was going to waste a Benny then getting a, but I don't need to. Right.
Well done, you guys.
Awesome. I think I'll use that to go early. I never go early.
Well, that's the thing about hesitant, isn't it? Himony,
Yes.
Himony is moving to there. Thank you. Make this map bigger now. There. The Ravenite Brave takes 2 wounds. Where is the Ravenite Brave? He is here. That will incapacitate him. I will spend a Benny. He is up. The Ravenite Brave blocks your attacks.
Oh.
Linda's up. Linda's going to do the same thing she did last time. See if I can take down a few more before their turn. So that will be the same power points of 4. What would fatigue help us if I try and fatigue them? Is it worth pumping some fatigue
Yeah,
into
makes
there?
them slower, makes them get -1 on everything.
Fatigue would help, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go full bore. I'm going to add fatigue to what I did before. So that makes it a full 6. And I'm going to... Did you target them for me?
I did.
Okay, thank you. And I don't need to do the area of effect thing then. I thought that targeted them.
No, the air effect is how we work out what's targeted. Targeting, unfortunately, is separate.
That looks pretty good.
Okay, here we go. So I'm going to hit them all. The easiest thing to do is just hit them all with distracted and vulnerable again, because you can't have it more than once. So if they've already got it, it doesn't matter. Actually, I shouldn't have done. Yeah. I know it was one Anuk Shaman, and I know it was one Ravenite that didn't have it. All the others had it. Well, he's certainly got it. He's critically failed. And the Ravenite. Yep, you got all of them now. They're all distracted and vulnerable. Do you wish to spend
Awesome.
a Benny to maintain your conviction?
Yes, I will. I'll spend a Benny to maintain conviction. So just drop that in the...
Just drop it in the chat. Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
You can just drag it from the Benny box to the conviction box on your character sheet.
Oh, okay. I'll do that next time.
I don't mind either way. Evil Eye number 2 is basically...
Can Linda move a little bit after that?
You most certainly can. Sorry, I'm just...
There we go.
Absolutely fine. Okay, Evil Eye number 2 completely fails to devour the Anuk warrior. He's stunned with his gaze attack.
Oh.
Roger Holmes, you're up. The guy still hasn't acted yet, so you still get a +2.
It's my turn to try and chop him again.
Yeah.
Linda doesn't want to move after all. Sorry. She reevaluated the map.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to stand here and keep this guy busy for a little bit, apparently. Actually...
And the heat-related nosebleed, it would appear. Lovely. Anyway, only got 5 minutes left.
Can I move past him at this point?
You you can't move through him. So you can, if you want to get by him, you'd have to push through him as your move, as it were. So you can make opposed strength rolls if you want. Or because obviously, of course, the issue being is there's a pit right next to you and him.
Throw him in a pit.
No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move over a little bit and jump over the pit and move past him if I successfully jump over the pit.
Yeah, because technically he gets a free punch at you, doesn't he? Because you have engaged him.
Oh, not against him. Whatever. So
don't worry. It's because I targeted him. Don't worry. Ravenite Brave is not targeting. It's targeting Roger Holmes. And then he's going to make an unarmed attack as you try to move away and miss. And you get to there, no problem at all.
Oh, nicely done.
Deckard recovers from being shaken.
Might be a good time to attack the shamans if you can.
Where'd my shields go?
Just noticed the pop-ups aren't working today. How annoying is that?
What's not working today?
The pop-ups.
Yeah, that's kind of my plan, is to run past all these guys and see if I can get up there and punch a shaman or two before they recover.
Maybe I've never had them working for this one.
Get the name Shaman Puncher.
I have to look into that. The pop-up icons aren't working. Deckard, you have moved to there. What's your plan after that?
Papa Piken. Broadsword calling Papa Piken.
Oh, he's targeting them. I hadn't noticed. Go for it. This could be explosively over. Now I'm paying the price for making the squares bigger. Makes them all in a medium, doesn't it? Yeah.
So medium works.
Yeah. Only because I increased the scale to make the fight quicker. Gosh darn it. That's the only thing I haven't really figured out yet with painting in Fantasy Grounds is I didn't realise the maps I'm making are so huge, so I have to pay more attention to that in future.
Get the grid first. I think what Josh does it to 100 by 100. They need a grid.
I find the grid annoys me, so I turn it off while I'm painting, and then at the end I go, "Oh, that map's huge."
Yeah. Don't turn it off. Just put it to low translucence, and you can see it a little bit, can't you?
Yeah, that's the trick I need to do. Okay, I'm on Tenderhoods. What are you hitting him in an area of effect?
Sorry, my bad.
There's another evil eye down there, Deckard.
Yeah, I know there's another evil eye.
Oh, you thought burst was blast, did you?
Yeah, I thought burst was blast. Shit.
Let me clear your targets for you. Oh, look. You can get two of them. The third one's down the hole. So you can get him or you can get those two, basically. So it's him or these two down here are in range of your burst.
Well, there are three actually, right? But is one in the pit?
Yeah, but technically speak. Oh, go on then. Yeah, I'll let you have all three. Yeah. I'll be nice. Have all three.
Okay.
With your technical nanites that are working in an anti-technology field.
Yeah, well, they seem to keep working, so I don't see any reason why I wouldn't keep doing it. Nice.
That's a hit, and a hit. Okay, that's a wound upon the Yanuk warrior. Okay, 2 more damage rolls, please. That is a shaken upon Anuk warrior number 6, and 1 final damage roll for the Ravenite Brave, who is wounded and goes down.
And they didn't spend any bennies removing
Splat.
their wounds.
There we go. Who
Bing.
is
Excellent.
Anuk warrior number 3 remains stunned. Poor so and so. Anuk warrior number 6 is unshakes and successfully climbs out the pit. If it lets me move him. And then that gets him to about there. James, you're up.
Okay, sorry. I am James.
Doc, sorry.
Numbers too big to ignore. So what is the range on taunt? Is it my smarts?
Technically, as
The taunt skill is line of sight, isn't it?
it's technically as far as someone can realistically hear or see you, depending on the nature of your taunt.
Okay, do I feel like Raven Not Brave number 2 can hear me?
Where's Ravenite Brave number 2?
Next to me.
Yeah, he's fighting him, and he.
Yes, he most certainly can hear you.
Okay, I'm going to turn to him and point behind him and say, "That thing's going to eat you, not us." And I'm pointing at the evil eye.
Okay, go for it. Make your taunt roll, please. Okay, do you want to make him distracted or vulnerable?
Has Himini gone yet?
Yeah, I went. He spent a penny to remove my wound.
So then what do I want to make him?
Make him distracted. The next round, it'd be easier to bash.
Yeah. So you make it. You distract him with your taunt, pointing out there's something big and nasty coming up behind him. Morgana, you're up.
Morgana's gonna run.
8 actions there.
Yeah, I know where it is. And that'll just get me to my ATAX.
Mm-hmm. With our new house rule and conviction, you can add an extra. You can add an extra D6 to your run because we're feeling funky today. I might change that.
So I can roll another D6.
If you want to, just because I think it sounds fun and it's game breaking, but who cares? We're having fun.
Okay, then I'm going to continue. I'm going to scoop up the ATAX. I'm going to continue and run up next here and I have no idea what these big black things are, but I'm hoping that the ATAX will take it down.
Okay. That's 5 inches to that.
Scoop it up. I'm going to scoop it up running and I'm going to throw.
Okay, go for it. I shall target it for you. There you go. You are targeted. That looks like it might be a hit. With a raise, so it comes back to you.
Nice.
Back to me.
Roll damage.
Nice job.
I think you could safely say yes.
And
They
I am.
are
Oh, wow.
cannibal.
And I've got 2 left, so I'm going to duck behind Himini because I'm a coward. And I'm going to spend a penny to maintain my conviction.
Yep, no problem at all. Go for it. If you drop.
Quick question: Are these
Yes.
guys especially vulnerable to sand?
you don't know.
Just toss a bunch of sand and fly. Ooh, nice purple splat. I love it.
And again, it's in the right spot. All the blood splats in the right spot today. They must have fixed something in the underlying core RPG that was doing.
Yeah.
Is that the
here we go.
ectoplasm?
Good question.
Purple blood splat.
No, but you can set it to like be ectoplasm or other stuff.
Purple is ectoplasm, yes. Did you? I don't know if anyone's noticed. We added one to Savage Pathfinder. There's a new one.
I saw it yesterday when I was putting stuff together.
But earth elementals and stuff and constructs, they die for mud.
Yeah.
I do want to add some more, but I can't draw to save my life. Okay, Anuk, this is where it gets interesting. The Anuk Shaman is distracted, vulnerable, and fatigued. So this could get interesting now. Oh no, he's fine.
Is it a pile of rubble that gets left behind when it dies?
Well, yeah, if I could draw, that's what I'd like. I'd like to be able to draw. My word, it's probably a good thing they're not failing their rolls for the record, but that's by the by. Oh, we have a failure. I have one penny left. One whole penny left. Let's spend it now. Okay, that keeps the ritual going. Okay, right. Right.
Why is the ritual still going?
Because they were all, even though you'd hit them with fatigue and confusion, they were still going. However, this guy has failed. So, 2 portals left. Okay. Portal number 1. Should have been, that's 65. It should have been, doesn't matter. Portal number, okay, so portal number 3, I should say, explodes.
Yay.
And portal number 4 also explodes. However, portal number 4 belches before it explodes twice.
No.
Got really bad garlic breath. And 2 vampires pop out.
And then it explodes.
The portal spews vampires.
They seem to be immune to the explosions, by the way. Ravenite Shamans, they have no reason to continue the ritual now. So he's just going to step this way to here. And cast Fear upon Roger, who gets to make a fear check.
Did some of the shamans die, or they just? I'm just not seeing them.
No, nothing. No, none of the shamans died, but one of them lost control of the ritual. So you've successfully ended the ritual.
Okay. Yay.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll do it now so I don't forget that for next week. Rogers makes the fear check. What I will do is the ritual has been disrupted, so I will do it now before I forget. Because that way it makes my life easier, because I'm bound to forget next week. Okay, so I'm not worrying about the dice, but basically, all but one of the Anuk shamans' heads explode.
Mm.
Very nice.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, this Ravenite shaman. Yeah.
Now what did that? The ritual?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's the dog standing off to the side going, I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head.
Basically, yeah, look, they're using very dark magic they don't really understand. They've been tricked by the Ravenite shamans, and they are just sacrificial things, and basically 3 of them just had their heads explode. Okay, I am going to I haven't got the effects keyed in, unlike in Pathfinder. So I will work it out Oh, let's do it. Let's just find something interesting. I'm very
Turning into a
conscious
mouse, so it's minus 2 dice on everything.
Ha ha ha. No. He's shape changing into something. I haven't worked out what yet. I will sort that one out next time. But he suddenly changes form and changes into something else. This Ravenite Brave is going to come over here, swing a tomahawk at Deckard. Missing. Ravenite Brave number 2 is over here, swings a tomahawk at Himini. Missing. This Ravenite Brave over here is also just going to gang up and swing a tomahawk at Himini. Missing. Evil Eye number 4 has just appeared through the portal and moves to here. Evil Eye number 3 has just appeared through the portal and moves to there. And that is where we shall leave it, with one of the Ravenite shamans metamorphosing into whatever evilness I can come up with next week.
Okay.
And with 2 more evil eyes coming through. But all the portals have exploded and you have successfully stopped the ritual. So all you need to do is get out of here. Or
And Morgan, you need to clear out
Get out.
behind me so I can sweep these.
Now, will
I do
our
suggest you
bennies,
spend your bennies to read.
will our bennies maintain next week since we are still in the middle?
That's a very good question. No,
And I had just spent a Benny to get my conviction for another round.
Your conviction will maintain, but your bennies will reset, I'm afraid.
Damn it.
So spend them if you've got them for power. Spend them if you can.
Will we get 3 more bennies? Will we get 3 more next week?
They will just reset to default next session.
The bennies reset to set default at the start of every session, regardless of how many you have at the end of the session. So there we shall leave it. We'll be overrunning by 12 minutes, but that's okay because it was just finishing off the fight. I hope you enjoyed that.
Yes.
Thanks.
Close the gates. Yay. Thank you.
Thanks, you have closed the gates. No worries.
Good teamwork.
Don't we get an advance mid-fight?
No, you don't get an advance mid-fight. Remind me next week, because you should get an advance for stopping this, because that is most definitely and also you'll probably get a point of conviction as well, so that's good, isn't it? But we shall leave it there. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're going to mess with the fear level, hopefully, after this.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Game over. Thanks for watching, everybody.